appropriate thing to start playing.
Probably be like here-ish.
So I know, is there a key for directions on this? Or is up north?
Up is going to be north, globally. Here we go. I think this should serve.
I'd probably be walking in the front gate.
Alright.
I'm going to put my character there, but my character will probably be the last to come in, so sometime after Worm's character has walked in, mine would approach the gate.
Okay.
So I'm going to sit him over here for now.
And we can say that the travel up to Aska was thankfully uneventful. You were expecting a whole lot more trouble than you actually got, but then again, you did come this way looking for trouble. You expect that you'll find some before the day is done. But knowing that the first stop is here in Aska, you all find the ramshackle fortress with all the stakes in the ground. Some of them look fresh because you know that they've tried to protect themselves from the dangers that you are trying to go solve today. But it may be necessary to make a stop here, get some final directions. You do know that the foreman here, known as Andon Rost, is set to get you situated and make sure you're prepared for the final leg of this journey up to the side wall. He is your contact. Unfortunately, you don't know what he looks like. So, it's up to you to find out who he is. I'll tell you right now, though, it's not going to take long because I literally only have one token on this map. I see two of you. Is the third here somewhere? Yes, there we are.
I'm inside.
Okay.
I'm like leaning against the wall, probably.
Yeah, you're currently outside one of the two sleeping arrangements areas, so there's definitely going to be some people milling about, gambling, sharing a few drinks. After some time, the other two of you find your way across the outside of the Great Wood and into the boundary of Aska itself. It's a pretty quiet day. You can still hear people at work through the mines further to the north and the east. But right here, it seems like most of the work has been done. Perhaps they're out scouting for new areas. But right now, the three of you are here. You feel free to head inside, look around. Sorry I didn't put more objects down to interact with, but I do have some buildings labeled for your benefit.
Oh, do we see the I don't see the labels.
Yeah, I am moving them on now.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you.
So I'm going to assume, since my character last, I would have watched Worm's character walk in. I don't know how far ahead Worm wants to be relative to me, but I probably would have looked against the wall for any obvious signs of have they been attacked recently or anything like that.
Sure. If you want to go ahead and make an investigation check for me. First roll, y'all.
7.
Oh boy. Okay.
Good start. We're off to a good start here.
Off to a good start. I love that +0 bonus. Okay. From where you are right now, it is a little hard to tell. It does look like there's some damage to these stakes, but for all you know, they could have been formed from the making of the stakes. It's not like these people making this barricade were particularly interested in making it look pretty. It's just as likely that it was just a few hatchet strokes that missed, as it is that some monster splashing against it.
I'm going to go in, and since I went in behind Verm's character, basically. I'll be keeping an eye on Verm's, and basically passively looking to see if they end up finding someone. Just seeing them approach like the same time as me, I would have thought, hey, this might be someone else that's with like on this quest. So let's see what they find.
Okay, so it sounds like you're letting Verm's character sort of lead you forward.
Yeah, I'm still going through and making my own observations, but if Verm's character gets distracted by a single person, I'm more likely to walk up to them and see if they are Andon or not.
Okay. Verm, are you gonna head in, or are you going to do something else beforehand?
I'd probably like hail the guards and stuff. Sorry, Robin, what was your character's name again?
He is Ludovicus Reviers, or you can just use if you know him, like people just use Ludo, but Ludovicus is the full one. That's a fun name to say. It's probably my best. I love that name.
I like it.
That was like.
All right. Well, I would hail the guards. See. Hail.
Right.
Who's that down there? Are you here for work?
In a sense, I'm here on official business. I was.
You don't look
looking
the
for
mining
Ludovicus.
type.
I'm not. I assure you. My name is Mattan. I am here in search of Ludovicus.
Ludovicus. They turn to each other. You know Ludovicus? I don't know Ludovicus. Help us out. Did he look like a pretty boy?
I'm told he's currently working as a member of the guard.
Robin, was that true? Did you try to sign on for the guard?
Wait,
I
what?
thought you were part of the guard, aren't you?
I'm part of the city guard, like the more like outskirt, like a yellow jacket guard of 14, basically. He's just there.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So yes, no, if that's what you describe it.
Kind of a fringe guard. Well,
Sort of, yeah.
okay, well that's enough to go on. Well, we did see someone out from Cerubia this way. Certainly not one of ours, but maybe that's what you're talking about. If it is the sort of person, he went inside a while ago. You're welcome to come in and look for him, but honestly, I couldn't tell you where he's holed up.
All right. Thanks for your assistance, and I will start walking in.
Hey, wipe your feet. Nah, we're kidding. That's a joke. Everything's dirty here.
I'll give a small chuckle and continue on in.
All right. Ozzy, are you gonna follow?
Yes, I'm going to be maybe like a couple to like 30 seconds to a minute behind before I walk up to the gate and also wave them down. I do have my hood up as well as my face covered.
Oh, yeah? You don't look like one of our hunters.
That's because I'm not. I'm looking for Aiden and some outsiders that are supposed to meet me here.
Aiden? You mean Boss Rost?
I believe his last name is Ross, yes, his surname.
Aye. Yeah, we were told to expect you. Head in past the second barricade. You should find him in front of his tent.
I give a nod, and before, after crossing the threshold, I'll look up as like, do you have a Fletcher around here?
Fletcher? Some of the lads might be talented enough for it. We don't have anyone specific. Ours is mainly working in metals, not wood. I don't know. You can check in with some of the sleeping quarters. They're in either corner of this little settlement. One of the lads may be a hobbyist for you.
I give them a nod of approval before walking towards this entranceway further
Awesome.
in.
Very cool.
Also, during that, I switched from one sleeping arrangement to the other sleeping arrangement.
Yep.
I gotta watch out for people, okay?
Yeah, you gotta watch out. He's a speedy boy. All right. I'm gonna.
Also, I've been here for probably a couple of days. Would I know where Andon is?
Oh yeah, you definitely would have been introduced to him by now, so you know.
Like,
exactly.
I probably got like the missive. I probably got the missive from like a guard, and then it was like there should be others arriving. So, hearing like when I hear this like these guards shouting, would be like too noisy around where I am.
Make a perception check. Let's find out.
Okay. Oh, no, 17. I need to
17.
turn that off. I dang it.
No, it's okay. 17 is good. Yeah, like by this point, you've gotten used to the usual humdrum of Aska, the day-to-day of people moving ore in, smelting it down, getting rid of it, and you definitely can tell the oddity of someone shouting at each other at the gate. So you know that something's going on. Probably what you expect. Certainly enough to get your curiosity piqued.
From over here, I will like. Is this like a high palisade or like?
Not really. It's
able to
like
look down? Okay.
5-10 feet up. Not very much.
I will like stand over here and like just watch, see what happens.
Cool. Alright, so you are there. Looks like Mattan. You have approached through the second barricade and have come across a couple of tents. We're just gonna pretend that there's more people here than I actually put down, but you definitely see one person who stands out from the rest because, a lot like you, he does not seem to have skin so much as scales. However, he is currently busy. He's got his back turned to you. It looks like he has this natural shell on his back.
I just noticed to it the token.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
I figured, I can't have everything be humans and elves. What's a turtle? Let me do that. Yeah. Yeah, he's busy. He's bent over a crate or something, looking through things. He doesn't know that you're there.
I know what Ludovicus looks like, so I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye out. Would I notice him up there?
You can make a
Would I be
perception
able
check.
to?
Unless,
I
Ludo,
think I
you
said
want
the name
to...
too quick. No, I'm not gonna be hiding. I think I said the name too quickly because it's Ludovicus. There's a V in there.
Ludovicus. Okay.
Yeah, it is a fun name to say.
Yeah. But absolutely,
You can just if you're too lazy like that, you can just use Ludo
Yeah.
in or out of character.
Yeah.
It'd be way easier. Trust me. As
So
someone who can
Ludo-
RP this character for like 3 years, it's way easier just to say Ludo.
It's way easier.
Ludovicus.
Ludovicus
Mhm.
Reviers.
Thankfully, the name is in the chat pane now.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you are welcome to make a perception check unless, Ludo, you want to announce your position.
Nope. I'm gonna be silent because I don't know if they're coming for.
Okay, not hiding, just watching?
Just watching.
Cool.
Okay. So not deception.
Also, curious of. Is it Mattel?
Mattan.
Mattan, sorry. I was thinking Mattel. If Mattan is who I think they are. Because then like curious.
I guess I would ask if the two of you have met before.
We have.
Yeah, those are two that we've seen each other briefly. That was at what I think I messaged you about.
Right.
Yeah. So like we've seen
That
each
was-
other, but like not fully talked.
Yeah,
What-
like we haven't talked, but we would have like briefly kind of worked in the same vicinity with each other.
It's
Okay.
like a familiar face. Is that who I think it is? Sort of thing.
Well, as far as Mattan, with a role like that, you definitely see Ludo up on the ridge, but it's a little hard to tell to differentiate him from the rest of the workers going up and down that same ridge. He stands out a
So I
little
just
bit
noticed-
because of
My deck of
the
cards is
style
hidden.
of clothes. Yeah. But
Okay.
But at this distance, you get a feeling, but it's not enough to be sure.
All right. I'm gonna make a point to start heading up towards that direction. I'm gonna like try and. I probably don't know this area very well, but I'm gonna kind of just wander around until I can find a way up there.
Cool.
Is this the way up right there?
I didn't
sorry.
see where you went.
Right there.
Yeah.
Like, is this a pathway up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just head up there then.
Cool. Andon seems to clock you're moving, but doesn't make any movement to stop you.
Wait, with the turtle or me?
The turtle.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright.
Is that you?
You want to do Azu first, and then we can come back to
Oh
us?
yeah. Ozzy wants to.
Sure. Now make sure I get this pronunciation right. Beh-ow-due-in.
Yeah.
Alright. Just like Mattan, you have crossed through the second barricade. You see a couple of tents, one on either side. There's a few people moving hither, thither, and yon, but one particular, turtle, with his back turned to you, currently working on something of his own design. He doesn't seem to know that you're there yet. However, you do seem to clock that he has his eye on the person who just passed by.
Okay, because I was originally following Verm, can I roll to recognize, or like to try and see a little bit more about what's going up between him and who he's meeting before I make a decision?
I think so.
So I'm trying to,
but
trying to see what's going on up here.
Fight.
Yeah. They're gonna draw cards and duel.
We just get on bikes and drive away.
From this distance, I don't think you really need to roll, because even Mattan was able to see people there. I guess the question becomes, what is Mattan and Ludovicus doing? Pardon me.
You want to start us?
All right. Ludo, is that you? And I'll approach the character.
That voice is familiar.
Just while they roleplay this
Mattan?
out.
From the retreat.
I-
Turns around, puts his so the picture I have for Ludo is kind of similar, but there is a right on his left upper chest pocket. There's a pocket that's just when he turns, he is holding just his like a deck of cards in his hand. It's like constantly just like cutting it. He just turns and puts it away up on his sleeve or his coat pocket. It's been, how long has it been? Feels like what? Feels longer than it actually was.
Yeah, that passive is good enough.
Okay.
How long has it been since that? Like a couple years, hasn't it?
The evacuation took place a little over 10 years ago.
Okay, yeah, so. At first I thought it was a few months, and I'm like, wait, that's less shorter than I thought.
Yeah. The people have had chance to set down roots.
Mm-hmm. It's been almost a decade since we last saw each other. Sighs very, very solemnly. What are you doing here?
Looking for you, actually. Curious if you've been looking for work.
I mean, I'm always looking to help people, you know that. After the incident, but I was waiting for the rest of the team to arrive to help Mr. Andon over there.
Ah, so you're a part of that as well.
As well, pertains that you are as well.
Yeah, I.
Interesting.
And you say over there, whom are we after? Or whom are we looking for?
You know the name of Andon Rost. The missive didn't provide you a description other than he is the foreman of Aska.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I'm asking.
Oh.
Which one is it?
Big shelled fellow down to my left. You passed him on the
Oh.
way up.
I'll look over my shoulder down at the portal.
Like, I'm just watching this, and you're just like, oh.
I would have approached having heard this, by the way,
Cool.
as I was listening in,
Um,
specifically to Andon.
Wonder if that's it. Wonder if that's also one of. Okay, hold on, I want to. I have something I want to.
yes.
You think they are also part of it?
Rather shady looking individual.
Yeah, I noticed them on the way in. Well,
I can hear this whole thing. So
I know.
You guys in character don't. So I hold up the missive and the note, showing it towards you, but not taking my eye off of the turtle
Other
who I
side.
would start to introduce.
well,
I think so.
I was waiting for whoever to arrive. Let's go talk to Andon.
Perhaps we'll have to continue this conversation later, and we'll both head
Perhaps
down.
that'd be for best. Yep.
As you
That's why I
two-
wanted to finish that because we were going to start walking while he was starting to talk. So that's
Gotcha.
why.
Gotcha. While you two finish up
So
this
let's-
conversation,
Yep.
Andon sort of pauses in his work, sort of glances up to his left to see beh-ow-due-in there, and he's like, "Aye, if you got something to drop off, just leave it there. I'll sort through it here in a minute."
No, but considering some of the other people you have seemed to hire for some help is walking towards you, I'm assuming you're Andon.
Oh, if you're looking for Andon, you found him. He stretches up, stands tall, and he's like
Why is the turtle
7'5".
Scottish?
Why not?
I love it. Just didn't expect a Scottish turtle.
I somehow dive into saying "I" whenever I want to make up a character voice. It's amazing.
It's a good start.
Yeah. But he stands up to his full height. He's like 7'5", 7'6", depending on where the shell is. You can tell he is built. He is somehow always dirty, but you figure perhaps that comes with the job he has. But even though he looks tough and rough and gritty, you can already see that there's a permanent smile behind his eye. Well, here I am. What the heck do you want?
Well, for one, work. More specifically, it seems you have some problems up north, and I'm going to hold out the letter to him.
Oh, you're here for
Is
the
this when
counselor.
you're holding up the? Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go on. I had a funny joke. Go on.
I want to hear it. Tell me.
I was like, he was holding out the missive. Is this the same moment where he raises the missive and we see it? Like holds it and gives
Yeah,
it.
I hold it up to you too, and then yes, then
Okay.
give it.
Yeah. And then takes it between two sausage fingers. Oh, you're here for the counselor. I was told to expect you. Is it just one of you? Well, I mean, I know there was the other one a few days ago, but I was expecting, I don't know, at least another.
I'd say that's when we walk
Yeah,
up
so
and
that-
go. That's us. That's me.
Would
as well.
I have met Andon in these few days?
Yeah, you would have had time to introduce yourself. He's mostly left you to your own devices because he knew that you were waiting. But he definitely
Would
would
I have stopped getting drunken brawls in this time? Roll for it.
Roll for it. Let's get a history.
A history, okay. It's a pure D20, so
Yeah, PRD 20.
give me advantage again. I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe you have it on in settings.
I said query advantage.
Maybe it just likes you.
Okay. Yeah, 11.
Yeah, with 11, there have been a few. there's probably been only one that you were there in time to actually get involved with and stop. The others you keep on hearing from around the corner behind the wall, and by the time you get there, they've already resolved with one person on their ass and probably another person in a barrel.
That sounds about right.
No matter what, though, each time a fight breaks out, 10 minutes later, they're back to laughing. But yeah, you definitely would have met Andon in the couple days you've been here, and he would have shown you around the mining town, such as it is, so you know where the quartermaster is, the smelter, the food and drink area. There's not much here, especially not compared to Cerubia, and you also know that the quartermaster sells stuff at a markup, but it's still there.
So I think Verm walked up saying as well, and I walk up basically going, and your favorite card dealer.
That's true. Thank goodness I didn't actually bet on any of our games.
I almost had you. Actually, I did have you multiple times.
Hi. You know, if ever you were born a turtle, I could have shown you a few ways to hold cards up the sleeve, as it were. Except it's not a sleeve, it's a shell. Anyway.
Touche.
He holds up the missive. So, 1, 2, 3. All three of you are here for this mission heading up to the wall.
My friend.
I
give a nod.
Well,
Slowly removes words from our sentences.
well, this makes this easy. Yeah, you should be able to make it in the same day without too much trouble. He hands it back. Really, my instructions from the counselor was simply to make sure you're well provisioned for a fight and to send you on your way. So, he walks over to this other tent, assuming that it actually moves. Here we go. I don't have a token for this guy, but he introduces you to another buff human. This here's my quartermaster. He charges at the ass, but we need the provisions that he secured. If there's anything that you need, see what he can spare. We don't have much in the way of weapons, but a couple extra potions. I think you got some paper or something there, right? Quartermaster says, yeah, we got a couple of scrolls in from Cerubia recently. They're no use to me, but maybe they're worth a coin or two. Aye. If there's anything you need, you talk to him. I can send you on your way once you're ready. Just step
when he
aside
hobbles
next-
over there, is it like painfully slow? Him being a turtle
is
and
what?
all? When he like walks over, is it like painfully slow? Him being a turtle?
He's got something of a limp. You certainly didn't see any scars or injury, but one leg is dragging a little, so his speed is a little bit slower. Nonetheless, it doesn't seem to affect his mood.
He has a mass cough. I can make those jokes. My dad hasn't. And I think I do as well. I think this joke called.
So, Ludovicus, since you were given the tour, since you were given the tour earlier, you definitely know that the quartermaster is a spot for some basic supplies, potions mainly. The smelter, if you need it, would be able to sell some minor gemstones, particularly for spell components, but it sounds like none of you would be needing those.
I might, I still have spells.
Yeah. But that's totally up to you. You definitely would have some components already. And by the way, I'm not going to be tracking that for a campaign this short. So feel free. And then the other spot that would actually sell things is food and stuff down here, which is really just for rations.
That you also aren't probably keeping track of, are you?
No, I don't care. It's not for this first campaign.
out of character, my background basically makes that pointless, anyways.
Do
I have Outlander, so I can always get food and water for us as long as the land physically has it.
Oh yeah.
do I like? How long would we expect this this task to take?
Based on the information you got from Cerubia, you know that this is supposed to be the last day of it, and really it's just a matter of overcoming this last challenge. The fight itself, since you're expecting a fight, shouldn't be too long. Hopefully it won't be too hard. But if all goes well, you'll definitely be able to make it back to Aska in time for dinner. Perhaps even Cerubia if you decide to cut all the way through, and you'd get there around midnight. But that is up to you, depending on where you
How
want to go.
far is the walk to the wall?
Maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
So we
Yeah, the
all
wall
probably
the wall
have
itself
more than
is
enough food.
The wall itself is very long, and you won't be heading straight north. It'll be a little northwest for the final segment that they're working on. Sorry, Mattan, what was saying you were going to get?
I was saying, so we all, like, almost certainly out of character, we all have more than enough food then.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
like this. I doubt that there's much you would need from the food provisioner or the smelter for any components. So, if you need any additional potions, or if you want to ask about those scrolls, this is your chance to do it.
All right. And, sorry, how do you spell the name of this little encampment?
This is Aska, A-S-K-A.
All right.
I would probably head over to the smelter to check if they have something that's a little bit more unique. However, they might have it.
Sure.
More or less, I was going to head over and ask about heavier arrowheads, more specifically like a broader tip, something that could possibly give me like a +1 to hit because it can penetrate armor.
Okay. Give me just a charisma check on this one. We'll say that you're talking to this small creature that you at first assume is a dwarf, but later realize is a gnome just covered in soot.
I'm also gonna slowly walk over here and just like.
Well, I rolled very well
Well, there you
for
go.
a 0.
It's my job. I'm the charisma-based character.
Not anymore. You're out of a job.
Oh no!
So this the gnome in charge of smelter points out some scrap metals that were brought in with some of the last few hauls, and says, "Yeah, these are some of the higher purity ones that I was able to salvage. This is more of a hobby thing for me, anyway. Honestly, if you just want to take them off my hands, feel free. I've got maybe 4 here. It's just the metal, though, so you'd have to work them onto an arrow for yourself."
I pause for a moment and think of the fact that we're going to be traveling a minute, so I'll have some time. So I do nod. And then, this is out of character. Was he just offering some of it, or was it still for like a cost?
With that nat 20, he likes the cut of your jib, and he thinks this is a good chance to get rid of this trash.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and take it, and I'll just add it as scrap metal to improve arrows.
Cool. I guess the question then becomes
And then
if
I
you're
can
gonna
make
try...
rolls for it
Yeah,
as we travel to see if I do.
Yeah, if you can fletch as you go. Alright. So, you got those. Ludo is next to Andon. Mattan, looks like
I like to imagine they're just chatting about something that happened a couple days ago.
I saw it. That bird just came down. It was as big as a house. Oh, no, maybe I was drunk.
That was a robin, Andon. I also thought of a random bird, and that was not intentional. That was not intentional.
A robin. Interesting. What do they taste like? Do you know?
I don't think I've ever had a small bird like that, but I've had chicken. Have you had chicken?
Chicken. I had some back in the kingdom. Flighty creatures. It's so hard.
I think it may taste similar.
It's so hard to catch them. You have to avoid the farmers who own them. It's sometimes not worth the trouble.
Why are you trying? He looks shocked for Ludo looks shocked for a second, and then just realizes who he's talking to, and just goes, "Why are you trying to rob the farmers, Andon?"
I'm sure they deserved it at some point. It was another life years ago. I couldn't bother to remember, but I do remember the pain of their little beaks. I swear, I have nightmares about them getting underneath Michelle. Shudders.
Oh, man.
Mattan, were you gonna check out anything?
I would take a look at the quartermaster, but I doubt I'm actually gonna buy anything.
Sure. He will point out a small little chest that contains a few vials, all of them healing potions. You see 4 common healing potions, these being the, I believe it's the 2d4 plus 2 variety, yeah. He has 4 of those, 1 of the greater and 1 of the superior. He doesn't tell you the price yet because he's trying to see if you're interested. But also on the other side of the little rudimentary desk he has are a couple of rolled up slips of paper, which appear to be the scrolls that he told you about. He also tells you that I just work with the material. They tell me these things are useful. I don't actually know what they do. If you're interested in them, I can sell them to you.
May I see them?
As long as you don't step from where you are.
Also, it's funny because Ludo probably has like no change to his name, so he's just like, wait.
Yep. All right.
I'll take a.
Yep, just choose
Would I be able to...
1 or 2.
Oh, like I want to see both.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can tell what they are, or like what if like I know they're scrolls, so like what spell they might cast.
Yeah, I'm just asking which one you'd want first.
1.
Okay. He picks up this one. This one you can tell is pretty basic, rudimentary. Let's go ahead and have you roll something. Are you proficient in Arcana?
No.
Then let's just make this either a history or straight intelligence, whichever you like.
Oh.
Oh boy. This one is lost on you. You feel like you may have seen some parts of it with some of the magic users around Cerubia, but there are a lot of magic users around Cerubia.
All right. I
Do the same.
no idea what that one is. Yeah. Same roll.
Same roll.
11.
This one's a little better. It's a little hard to tell exactly what it does, but you do know that it has to deal with combat. There's a few bits of it that stand out that look like it will affect a melee strike.
How much for that second one?
Second one there. 24 gold pieces, I think. I'll be happy with that.
All right. You have any other potions other than these healing ones?
Actually, let me go back a second. I'm sorry, I got the spell description wrong. This one is less about the impact of the blade strikes and more about a area effect immediately around you. It doesn't go very far, but if you're surrounded by baddies, it can help you out.
Is it like a martial thing still, or?
It's... I'll give you this. It's conjuration.
I don't know what that does.
Yeah, it doesn't actually affect the weapon you have, but it does deal some spell-based damage in your immediate surroundings.
I'm still curious. And 24 bullets, sure.
Not a character. I have an idea what that might be.
Might be.
Oh, you said conjuration, the spell school. Thinking about the spell name, I'm like, what is that?
I'll reach into my pocket and feel around my gold purse, and I'll pull out the. You said 24?
24. Yep.
All right. Quick command. Oh, and I asked about any potions other than the healing ones. Did he have anything?
No, not really. We have to deal with a lot of, aching joints and wounds around here, so this is what we usually ask for.
All right.
This is just a surplus that I have.
Here's the gold. I'll hand him the 24 gold pieces.
All right. You get a scroll of sword burst.
Isn't that a cantrip?
It is.
Okay. That's why it was so cheap.
That's why it was so cheap. Indeed.
So you were describing, and I was thinking, that's a cantrip.
Yeah.
I was thinking it. I was wondering if it was one of the Haddars.
I got it mixed up because I think of Green Flame Blade,
Yeah.
but I got it wrong. So you have that now.
All right.
And as a reminder, he has 4 of the base potions and 1 each of the greater and superior.
Yeah, I'm good on healing potions.
All right. Well, if that's really all I've got to spare, unless you want to stick around and work the mines for a while.
I'm quite all right with that, thanks.
All right.
And I'll take my leave.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, playing solitaire.
I never could get my brain around that.
It's an interesting system.
I bet.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, just like gambling.
I don't like losing.
I've noticed. After how many times I beat you the other night?
I blacked out so long.
Yeah, you did.
I'm just lucky you didn't take all my drink that night, eh?
Someone has to stay sober around here.
Sounds like
Alrighty.
all of you finished up.
Yep.
I think so.
All right. And I'll just say that the 3 of you reconvene, and it says, "Got everything you needed. All right. Now, based on what the counselor told me," and at this point he'll start walking and talking through these barricades. "The wall itself, pretty dang long. I've seen it. They're doing a whole lot of enchanting. At this point, you'll be able to see it glowing at night, but there's still a segment that they're having trouble with. That is where all of you come in. The entire basis of the Councilor's request is security. While the rest of the Cerubian mages do what they need to do, you are going to be joining the rest of the people in keeping them safe." He will point off in a north-northwestern direction, and if you squint a little bit, you can indeed see a small shimmer in the air even at this distance. That should tell you just how much magic they've been pouring into this project. Head through that way. The closer you get, the more you'll see the shimmering fairies in the air. They're not actually fairies, I just like fairies. But what you're
But
looking...
is he saying that, or did you say that? Or is that Maury saying that?
This is Andon saying it.
Okay.
I like fairies. They're such fun stories, you know? You're more than welcome to just cut directly north and then turn west until you find the hole in the wall, because that's where you'll be going. But you can probably cut down a little bit of time if you just go northwest from here and keep in a straight line. Either way,
And
that's your direction.
the path should be no danger on the way there.
No danger other than just tripping over some rocks. It's largely open plains from here to the wall. We're trying to find ground that we're able to make turn into crops. That's what this whole wall project is about. Reclaiming as much land as possible. Anyway, once you get to the breach in the wall, look for one of the council members. And all of you would know this person by reputation. Councillor Mackian. He'll be your contact for when you arrive.
All right.
Everybody happy? Any other questions? You want to play around? No? Yeah, I thought not. Get on with it!
Stay around and don't cause any more trouble.
Don't ask me a promise I can't keep.
At this moment, when Andon breaks off and like we start moving, Lou's gonna give I can't whistle, but he's gonna give a whistle. And then also just shout. I was coming up. I literally went up to a Google search to come up with a name for this, and one of the first ones was charisma. So we're calling my horse Charisma for a charisma caster. And I'm like, I can't. It's too funny not to.
I love it.
So he just shouts charisma. I can't. And then a ethereal, like fey blue green horse right next to a fine steed.
Nice.
Let's go. I love my fine steeds.
I don't have any other horses to spare here. I hope you know that.
That's mine. Hey.
You're fine. Talking to those other soft meats next to you.
Did anyone follow Andon out, or was it just me?
It was just you.
Well, I would have.
I mean, I'm starting to walk.
Yeah,
I'm already out the main gate.
Yeah, I'm assuming all three of you were roughly together. Certainly close enough to hear.
Yeah, but it would be funny if it was just Ludo. And then turns around and it's just Ludo's like, what happened to the others?
Yep. All right.
So, for the travel, I'm basically going to go ahead and then kind of circle back because I have the basically to like do a quick scout just to keep the path clear.
Okay. Check a couple things here. Yeah, you know, this will work.
So like run forward until I'm out of line of sight and just like look around and come back every so often.
Okay.
You know, normal scouting things.
Let's go ahead and give you a perception check with advantage for this one. I've got an idea of where you'll end up, but let's just see how you do.
Listen, I say I have no. Wait, hold on. That didn't roll? Oh, it did roll. Just didn't take the first one. Nice job, me. Woo!
So, well, yep, Andon wasn't lying. It certainly is a whole lot of playing.
We all had amazing first rolls, by the way.
Yeah,
I know.
It was glorious.
I had a 17 perception earlier.
Oh yeah, I forgot about your.
My first one was actually decent.
My first
All of our
one wasn't.
perception. Oh wait, no.
Oh yeah.
All our perceptions have been garbage.
I haven't rolled perception yet.
Do you want to? I have nothing for you to perceive.
Listen,
I'll wait till
you're a
I'm
wisdom
actually-
You're a wisdom caster. Shut up.
I also have proficiency in it, so
You're a wisdom caster. Shut up.
We'll say after about 30, 45 minutes of going back and forth, the three of you come across a little bit of a trail. And I would ask that you set up on the right side, somewhere around here.
I don't know, maybe up front a little bit,
Yep.
or like in the middle. I could be in the middle for this one. Like I'm just coming back for a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
and
You're mounted.
Vern wants to be to my right side.
Is Vern.
Uh,
Vern has not landed yet. Yeah. Is your token bigger than it should be?
It looks bigger than it should.
oh.
Oh, interesting. 1.42857142 width and 1.257142857 height. Perhaps it goes on for more. Okay. You already know that you're heading in the right direction based on what Andon told you, but you definitely see a signpost ahead of you, so if you want to get your bearings straight, you are welcome to do so.
I would do so. I would walk. I would trot up. I'm just gonna walk. I'm not walking.
Alright. This one's easy enough. The signpost itself, because Ledarn is fairly young, it's fairly new. So you see that one of them points in the direction of Aska, where you just came. One of them, pointing north, is in the direction of the side wall. While this one does point down to Cerubia, you already know that the path down towards Cerubia winds down into the Great Wood itself.
All right, guys, we're on to Cerubia.
Arrgh.
More is like, no.
While you're all here, can I get all of you to please roll perception?
Oh, I had to mention it. I didn't really say that, but my 5. Look on. Let's go. My 5.
My
That's all right.
I think I see it. Hopefully.
I'm too busy staring at the signpost.
You will, yeah. Ludo and Mattan are just admiring the signpost, how pretty it is, how new it looks. Whatever
How did they
carpenter
get this?
put this up,
signpost is so fresh.
Yeah.
It's so new. Like,
you can
I'm
tell
surprised they were able to get it
it's-
in here so quickly.
it's gonna be vintage before you even know what vintage is. But beh-ow-due-in, you notice, coming from the path to the south, the one that was to your left as you came through here, are some approaching people.
From down here.
From down there, yeah. I'll go ahead and just reveal them. Some of them you may not recognize, but you do know that by their kit, they seem to be of the hunter-gatherer sort.
And there's a guy with a giant sword.
One of them has a fox.
I found the fox.
I found the fox! But coming up behind them, pushing her way through, is someone that you do recognize.
God, what's her name? Willow.
Well, I'm at first relieved that I am currently in one of my disguises. However, Hold on, give me a moment.
Yeah.
This signpost is so interesting.
I love it.
I'm gonna take a moment, having seen this, to walk over to this rock and sit down facing this direction.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a moment to calm myself.
Cool.
More or less so that if they approach and question us, I don't know if I can roll for it, but like to steel myself so I don't give away any anger
Gotcha.
if I do need to speak.
Well, they are definitely approaching a little bit closer. By the time they get to
Would we
this
hear them at
point-
this point?
Oh yeah, the rest of you would. You would turn around to
Okay.
see them.
I would
coming
turn
up.
then.
They would notice you as well. What?
Hello
Willow,
there.
Willow would be a little surprised. Oh, Ah, I didn't expect to see other Cerubians out this way.
I didn't expect to see you out all the way up here.
Yeah, we're trying to work on another path, one that's a little more straightforward. I mean, that one down that way serves just fine, but we've been working on this one for the last few months now.
Just trailblazing.
Trailblazing, yes. Clearing shrubbery, making sure that no dangerous animals... Well, we've already come across a few whose territory cross our path. We've been trying to make sure that we don't delve too deep into them. But that's my business.
Wait,
what are y'all up to?
Well, we're going to the wall. We gotta go help the last remnants of the wall construction. Apparently, there has been some issues up north that we are going to deal with.
Oh, I heard about that, yes. I can't imagine having the patience to build a wall across an entire span of land, but... Oh, that's the councillors for you, eh? Well, if there's nothing you need from us, we're just gonna use that clearing up there to sit down, have a little lunch break, and then we'll be continuing on our merry way.
Well, we were just getting our bearings. That is a lovely little creature you have there. I have to comment on it, okay? I have to. It is.
Oh yeah. The one who was in charge of it was like, "Oh yeah, this here's good berry." And the one speaking to you is the stout young gentleman with the sword.
Yeah, sorry, I was laughing at the name. Good, what a cute name. What a cute name for a little cute fellow. Well, we gotta move into the wall, so enjoy your lunch break. I look forward to seeing that new path, and if any other issues happen with it, you know, I'm gonna be near Cerubia.
I expect we'll see each other there. We'll be heading back that way eventually. But yes, good luck at the wall. They will make their way up to this little...
A quick bow. Does a bow from the horse.
Yeah.
And before turning back around.
As they're moving, you hear one of them whisper, "Did you see the color of that horse? What's wrong with it? I've never seen one like that. What's going on? Hi!" So that's that.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
Just realized the next to Stonehenge over there. Shall we keep moving?
Yeah, this is all I had planned.
I was talking to them. Talking for the other two.
I agree. Yeah, let's head on.
Also, I Ludo noticed what Mr. Face Covered Man did, but is not commenting on it right now. He's like, something is up with them.
Yeah.
Now is not a good time.
Beh-ow-due-in, you feel relieved knowing that even though you were noticed, you were not recognized. They took you as just another stranger, really.
So, I'm gonna DM you something real quick.
Who is
Maury?
you? Oh.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see here.
Okay. Give me just a moment to check one thing.
Sure.
On the description of that. Walking up this way, can I roll to see if I see any other small creatures, like in any of the trees?
Sure. Just make this perception. Easy enough. You see, some of the creatures are generally scattered at your approach because they're skittish, but you see definite signs of some birds nesting up in the tree boughs. There's been some very small tracks down this way, where it seems that critters have dug either to bury nuts or to retrieve them. Nothing particular. In fact, as far as you know, the fox being here may be, even though it is a pet familiar, maybe the first time a fox has come this way.
I'm going to respond in a way that neither of my companions will be able to understand. I'm just going to basically DM you what I'm saying.
Cool. I'm glad that the name Goodberry landed, because I panicked for a second thinking of what it might be.
Sorry, just doing a spell check so you don't have to, absolutely read runes to understand me. After saying this in something
Are you speaking in Nordic runes?
Close enough. You both would have heard me spoke, but not understood it before I follow you along.
I'm even more confused about this fellow.
Acting rather odd.
So, just to clarify, you're not saying this specifically to the fox, you're saying it to just the surrounding nesting area?
To the surrounding nesting area, I'm in fact trying to speak low enough to where the familiar would not hear.
I see. Okay.
I don't know if you want me to roll like a stealth check or something in the sense of just being quiet, but...
No, I think your character would have had enough interactions with Willow to know how quiet is quiet enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Neat. Alright, anything else y'all want to do in this small crossroads?
I have something that's called move on. Good thing to do, right, Maury? No, there's nothing for me.
Yeah. That's up to y'all. How about you, Vern?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Okay.
Out of character. Thank goodness I made my character have some self-control.
That's something you don't have in general, so...
My character does. I don't need it.
Alright. I'm going to see if I can set up this next bit of music. that. Play this. Alright, it takes you a little bit longer, but you navigate the plains and the pathways until the pathway finally clears out, and at this point you're just following tracks of footprints and cart wheels, and I'll have you set up down here in the lower right corner area as you approach.
I would probably also dismount near upon arrival
Okay.
and just keep him. I would probably send him like over here, like a distance away, that if called, you can arrive in like 1 or 2 turns.
Okay.
So like 100 feet out, probably.
Easy enough. Just if it comes to it, remind me about that.
Yeah. Basically, he doesn't fight on horseback, but if he needs to give chase, he can quickly give chase.
Gotcha. Well, from this point, you can definitely see the wall itself, and especially the effects of the wall. Is even though you know it's not currently complete, what has been done is a testament to the sort of power and advancement that the people in Cerubia have been able to do. Is the stone itself is just typical quarried stone. Some of it is even cobbled, yet it has this reflective magic sheen that seems to catch sunlight and refract it in every direction. However, there is still a hole, and as you get closer, you definitely see a crowd of people preparing. A lot of them are in mage's robes. They have arcane foci. Some of them are more martial based with swords, hammers. You get the feeling that they're additional security just in case they need it. From where you are, assuming that you will start to move closer.
Yep.
You'll definitely see one person standing out, and this seems to be the contact that Andin mentioned, mostly because he fits the description of a core counselor. He has the same flowing dark robes with the brown silver trim.
Flowing dark robes, Thanassian.
He's an Asian! Stop him! He's gonna cause a calamity! Oh no.
I had to, okay?
Oh, no, I like it. But he is currently looking out in your direction. He sees all of you approach, doesn't really seem to react too much, but he is waiting for you to get closer.
I'm gonna walk up and just go with a slight bow, just go, Counselor?
You must be one of the last that we are expecting. Your name, please?
Ludovicus Reviers. We also have Mattan Pon. Say that again?
Mattan Pon.
And where'd the third one go?
I walk up at this point.
Ah, shadowy one. Yes, I've heard about you. Well, this is good. I will warn you first off. We have marked a spot on the ground here, and you see that indeed there is a groove dug into the ground in this cone shape. That area in particular is quite dangerous. I know you may not see it, but if you cross that threshold, you will definitely feel it. So, for your own safety, stay on the outside. Now, I am glad to see that the three of you have made it. As the missive may have made clear, this is largely a security detail, because we are looking to get this wall finished today, hopefully in the next hour. How experienced are all of you with fighting aberrations?
Done my fair share.
Have we fought
I probably would have fought in at least a couple. You're like a city guard is probably one or few in the outskirts have appeared.
Yeah, definitely around Cerubia specifically because it's so rich in magic.
So I think probably that also extended the Verms to Mattan.
Yeah,
If they're doing more defensive work.
Mhm.
And then Azu, you're special, okay?
I gave a nod, like a very confident nod.
Good. Then that will cut down on some of the explanation. We'll be able to get started sooner. What I will warn you about is this. Once we get started with putting the rest of the stone in, that expenditure of magic is going to attract unwanted company. Sadly, the company tends to stay in this very zone that is dangerous to us. So we are going to try to do our level best to lure them out. Once they're out, we'll be able to deal with them. Looks over to
So they're coming from the north. They're coming from the north. You correct?
Yep. They're essentially going to be appearing from this breach and moving into the rest of the people here. Councilor Mackian looks over, sees that everyone seems to just be waiting on his word. He turns to the three of you. Do you have any major questions, or would you like to go ahead and set yourselves up where you feel you will be best?
All Ludo does. And these are aberrations, correct? All of them will be.
They all will be aberrations. You specifically know that they are going to be elemental based. So that's kind of why the security detail is necessary. These magic users are not going to be very effective against magic monsters.
Understandable. All Ludo does is he grabs the deck that he put away, flips one, and like he has like long sleeve and like sort of tucks it under his sleeve, and then flips another 3 up and just sets like 3 up face up and just walks over here just like with one knee down, just waiting. We'll see what we'll wait for the rest.
Very good. How about
Also forgot what.
the other two of you?
So I'm gonna wait for my position until after I see where Verm takes up,
Okay.
because I have.
Seeing that neither of the two have any questions, I'll just start walking over and say, I think we're prepared. And I'm gonna.
Did
not
you
in there.
actually go in
I
there?
can't beat. No.
Okay.
Yeah, can I just move my token randomly? I got the stupid menu, you know? Like, have you clicked on have you double clicked on your character before?
Yeah.
That's what happened. I was literally moving it through the menu, so I couldn't see shit.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having seen them both taking up in front of where I was thinking I would.
Also,
I'm-
Maury, just for context, because I have that Cartomancer's thing, I can have basically a held spell and that ace that's in there.
Okay.
The one that was in there was Compelled Duel.
Okay.
So it doesn't cost a spell slot to use, but I just once per long rest, I can basically have just a free ace.
So I set up all the way back here. More specifically, I'm going to look straight through the hole and see if I see any.
Oh wait, no, I can't do Compelled Duel because it's a bonus action. Hold on, I was afraid to do that. Has to be an action cast out of an action.
Because of one of my feats, looking into the breach, is there any that I can see within 600 feet?
600 feet. There is something. Because the nature of the land that they are sealing off is so rich in magic and so volatile, you definitely see things in the air. They seem to resemble like wisps or like almost like lanterns or torches, but just the flames. And yet they also don't quite resemble flames. They're too fluid, they're too antimatter. You get the sense that these ones are definitely aberrations to be. All they really need is a direction in order to sort of take form. But seeing out 600 feet through this breach, you can probably see all the way to the edge of Ledarn's northern reaches, where it gets into the cliff face. There are thousands of these things.
I have the best cartomancer spell now. It's just
Given the
level, it's just level 2 cure wounds.
Yeah.
Well, I can do it because I can cast it as a bonus action on top of my normal stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just like someone's injured, bonus action heal.
Yeah.
So while I do have several standard arrows, I do, having dealt with these before, also have just solid metal ones, specifically for dealing with any aberrations. I'm going to go ahead and pull one and have it at the ready. I do not pull back because of the immense strain holding a longbow actually is.
Yep.
However, I prepare that if any of those specific 1,000 starts rushing in our direction, I'm going to pull and loose as soon as they're ready.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hold an action for a throw a playing card.
Okay. I'll remind both of you that based on your experience with fighting aberrations, it is definitely necessary to wait until they start to take some physical form. It's hard to say that they're really physical bodies, but trying to do anything when they're in this like almost will-o-wisp state, it's not going to do anything. So it's definitely going to come down to timing.
Yeah, no, it would be when I start seeing them do the physical
Mine would probably
transformation.
be within range of someone else. My trigger, like if they get within range of someone else, they're gonna most likely be a physical form, and then I'll throw it. That's my trigger.
Okay.
Mine is them actually taking physical form. However, because I can shoot up to 600 without disadvantage, I will be willing to shoot into the zone with the solid metal arrows.
Sure.
It's just whenever one becomes physical. And I specifically see them beelining for the breach.
Okay. A couple questions for you then. Did you say that these ones are like +1 ammunition that you're using?
It would depend on whether or not you had me being able to affix the scrap metal to it or not. It's just I would have came prepared with solid metal ones for fighting aberrations because I've had to in the past.
Okay. Well, that brings me to
Just
the
one
other
second
question.
this
Yeah.
withstand the magic.
Yeah. That brings me to the other question because I completely blanked on having to roll for it. Did you want to see if you could get that fletching completed?
Yeah, would you consider that a sleight of hand? Would that be a
Let's see what you've
what
got.
would you consider to that?
I would want it to be... There's no real tools that would
What
help
is-
out with this.
Can I just point out while you're figuring it? Can I just point out the discrepancy between me and between Ludo and Mattan right now? You're probably in like full plate, right?
I'm in,
What is your weapon?
yeah.
What is your weapon? I was talking about Verb's character. What is your weaponry looking like?
I got a longsword, a
So you don't have a
longbow.
shield. You don't have a shield, just a long sword and like plate armor.
No, longsword's versatile.
Oh yeah, it is versatile. Yeah,
Yep, I have a shield.
you're in full plate with like a heavy sword and a shield, and I'm in like a cloak with playing cards in my hand. And a
Alright.
hat.
I'm
Don't
somewhere
forget
in
the hat.
between you
The hat's
two.
very important.
All right, Azu. Since we had 4 of those special arrowheads, let's go ahead and get a series of 4 dexterity checks with advantage to see how
Like-
many you're able to get.
if you saw these two characters and you're like, who is the paladin of the two? You would not pick my character.
No, you would not.
I love redemption. It's so funny because you can do so many weird things with it.
So I'm assuming the nat will definitely be 1, and the 8 will definitely not be 1. So it's between the 22 and the 15.
This is actually interesting because this is a good chance to hit on a little homebrew feature that I've been thinking about. Go ahead and re-roll that 8 with advantage again.
Okay.
Cool. In brief, I was thinking to myself a few weeks ago about how awesome it is when advantage hits, especially on attacks, because they have something special for it. But the same really can't be said for ability checks and saves. I figure that it'll be pretty cool if getting nat 20s on some checks would allow for a certain benefit. So in this case, it's simply allowing you to reroll something like that. You can save something from the brink of failure, but down the line, I figure it's allowing a point of inspiration that you can either keep for yourself or give out to someone else.
Okay.
That's
Can
probably
we stack inspiration with that rolling?
not this kind of inspiration. No, it'd be
Okay.
it'd be the same as DM inspiration,
Okay.
but it's my way of helping people to earn it, since it's pretty rare to see it used outside of Aubrey,
No.
of course. So yeah, we'll say that when you got that nat 20, you instantly got the inspiration to use on the failure. So you
No.
definitely managed to achieve these 4 special arrows that you were looking for.
This would be, I would have put it on the solid metal ones, and this would be one of the arrows. So on my first roll, I'll get an extra +1 to whatever is rolled.
Excellent.
And I'll keep track that I have for +1 ammo.
All right. Councillor Mackian looking around, checking to see that you are all situated, calling across to the other members of security, and then sending little message cantrips to every single one of the mages right up against the wall. Finally shouts out, "All right, we are ready to begin. Once we start, things are going to get a little dangerous. I remind everyone to keep out of the marked area. You don't want to find out what happens. However, we still need to see if we can draw the creatures in the area out. Do what you need to do. Everyone ready?"
Aye, counselor.
I nod with a small grunt as you see me flexing a little bit, getting ready to pull back.
Ludo's just kind of like stretching, but also like staying low. Meanwhile, it's just like shield on sword, ready. And I'm just like, again, name the paladin of the group.
I know it.
You pick Verm's character first. If someone said there's a paladin here.
One of them has scales. I wonder. All right. Councilor Mackian looks over, says, "Let's get this done, people. Go!" All right. Let me see about getting a more appropriate music selection. Thankfully, they have these in playlists. Let's try this one. Yeah, okay. This will work fine. Alright. The mages that you see up against the wall start to weave their spells. The stones that they have in front of them begin to levitate off the air, some of them holding them there, others pouring ether into them, enchanting them the way that they've done every single stone for this entire wall project. They are focused, they are determined, they know that once this gets done, they won't ever have to come to this damn wall again. They are eager to put it behind them, check it off in the history book.
Quite literally.
Quite literally. For the first few seconds, things seem to go well. They managed to lay down the first layer. But already, the wisps and the torchlights you see back in the breach, they seem agitated. They are drawn to this expenditure of magic. Some of them seem to form up, taking strange shape. Almost seems like they're walking forward, but they don't have legs yet. Stretching out, but they don't have arms yet. You see a face. Is it a face? It's hard to tell. It's almost melted. It's made of fire.
Yes.
There we go. Let's get you guys to roll initiative, please.
Of course.
Again, who was the paladin of the group?
Dexterity? What's that? Oh my god, I love it.
I just love that I have three I have three skills at 14 or higher. Meanwhile, Azu's just with all of the decks.
I got an 18.
Yep. Alright. I am gonna need just a second to set this up because I am still getting used to these.
That's really funny. The achievement name for doing the Rising event, which ends shortly, is called For 11's Sake.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that later tomorrow.
I just skipped it in like 5 minutes, Azu.
If I
Not
remember, it's done on the 11th.
13th, I think. But you might want to check to see if it's 11th. Also, the achievement, the minion name for Kryl is Brushed Up Minion. Brushed Up Kryl. That's cute. Where is the vendor, though, for it?
Alright, for some reason it's not taking the name that I tried to change for it. But that is a minor thing. Alright. At the very start of this, thankfully, beh-ow-due-in, you were watching for exactly this sort of thing. A whole bunch of these strange wisps and torchlight finally coalesce, and they seem to take on this rudimentary human shape. And it leaps down and lands on top of this rock. Definitely see it has some strange humanoid shape, but if there is a face, it's completely indistinguishable. But it is emanating fire. If anyone is in range to go ahead and use their held actions. Otherwise, Azu, you have this first turn.
Hold on, I got mine as well.
Yeah.
I held an action for before my turn, which is a longbow shot, so I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
That was my deal.
So it's 26 to hit because of the ammo type.
Woohoo!
I'm assuming yes.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. I just gotta get this
So
thing fixed up.
And if 22 hits Mori as well, it's another 7 bludgeoning as well.
Okay.
So
14. All right.
So I'm going to, because I did successfully hit, I'm gonna add on my favorite foe.
Favorite throw.
Yes, which the first time, and since this is a before action turn, this won't count for my turn. Including when I mark it, I can increase the damage by 1d4. So I am going to do that.
All right. Go ahead.
And then I'll be able to do that on my first turn. So there's an extra 1 damage.
All right.
Hey, Ozzy, you're big dum-dum.
What?
You roll a d6 and a d4 at 6th level.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
My bad.
Do you want
But
to just
I'm going to
re-roll,
keep
or do
that
you
roll.
wanna add
No,
two?
that was my My mistake. So I'm just gonna do the D4.
All right,
but
you big dum dum.
when I do my triple attack at the start of the round, I am going to be doing the correct die. Assuming I hit.
Okay, so it's concentration. Okay, cool. Well, this
It's
one.
basically free hunter's mark, basically.
Yeah. This one forms up. Robin, were your attacks magical?
It's from a magical weapon, but we remember we said we changed it from force to bludgeoning.
Right.
So-
Okay. Good.
So I think it would be magical bludgeoning.
Good. Okay. Then those held actions go off. You see that they definitely seem to have done something to the constitution of this entity. It looks around. If it could look confused, you feel like this might be what it is. We'll go ahead and start the turn properly.
Okay. So I'm just reading this off, just so I don't have to post the full thing. At the start of the first turn of each combat, your walking speed increases by 10, which lasts until the end of that turn. If you take the attack action on this turn, you can make one additional weapon attack as part of this action. If that attack hits, the target deals an extra 1d8 of the weapon's damage type. So I'm going to get 3 attacks. One of them gets a plus 1d6, and one of them gets a plus 1d8 if they hit. So let me go ahead and do the first attack, which 29 to hit. So I'm going to roll
Definitely
damage.
good.
This one I'm going to throw on the 1d6.
So this one would be 1d6, correct?
Yeah.
By the way, you will notice I have some extra tokens on the right side. Those are just for my initiative count.
Yeah. So the first hit does 7 damage. Then this is the extra attack hit, not the class version. So it does an 18 hit because I'm still using the +1 ammo.
18 will hit.
Okay. This is just 5 damage, and then there's one more hit, which is the class action I listed at the beginning. 20, which will hit because the 17 hit.
That's also would be your final arrow then.
Yes, and this one is also the one that gets the 1d8.
Alright. So how much is this one? 12?
12, because of the extra 8 damage.
Nice. In just this brief moment that it's existing, you see that it is, God, barely holding together.
Okay. Let me just double check something real quick. I'm just checking my bonus action since I still have one because Favored Foe is actually a free action. My bad, I'm just checking if I do have a bonus action.
Hey, Verm,
Mm-hmm.
what's your AC?
Oops. I definitely did not calculate it because
Oh my god.
it's saying 10 on my sheet, and that is definitely not right.
Yeah. You're in heavy armor,
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm in
right?
plate.
Okay. Fix that.
I'm pretty sure plate's 18, right?
I think so. So it'd be 20 if you have a shield out.
Yep.
Well, I was just thinking about that. I'm gonna ask something I'm gonna ask on my turn anyway, Maury.
Yep.
Is there any of the magicians, wizards, spellcasters, things that are that would be in danger of taking damage, that look frail?
Well, a lot of
That's
these
our
ones,
front.
yeah, they
That front line probably.
They definitely don't seem particularly hardy. Every magister here, with the exception of the counselor, is focused on the task at hand. Which means that this one, who happens to be closest to the Harrier that appeared, would definitely be at risk of being attacked.
The question now poses on if the aberrations are going to go for them over us. Which is something that I don't think you would be able to answer. So
This time.
exactly, yeah. So it's more of, do I want to pull this now early or pull it late? Can we just recast it? How's there anything from you?
No, I'm gonna not use that. I was debating on whether or not to poison my arrow with the diminution potion, but nah. I'm just gonna pass my turn.
That is a weird thing to poison it with, but okay.
I mean, I would reduce them.
Yeah, well, you could use them. All right.
Who knows? It may come in useful. It may not.
Yep. I am going first. So he has basically, whenever he like sets up, he normally grabs 3 from his hand and puts them like between his fingers, like you know how you have like cards between your fingers. So he's throwing 1. So with he's gonna hold it. Lou's gonna hold it with his left hand, and his right hand is just going to. Mattan's gonna see this. He's just gonna grab what looks to be a necklace underneath his shirt, like suit shirt, and whisper something that seems familiar. Whispers a name that seems familiar. And then I'm bonus action shield of faith on myself.
Okay.
So that puts my AC up to 21 until it's broken.
Nice.
That's why I was like, do I want to put on a spellcaster? I'll put on myself for right now. And then he's gonna throw the last 2 cards in his hand.
All right.
So I have extra attack.
Go for it. Well, it's not going to do it, but the 25 will.
Are you sure that it's not gonna do it?
Is it just an 8, or is it any higher?
No. Ooh, I was doing so well this turn.
All right.
Oh my god. Is it?
It's still up.
It's just a straight D8. Okay.
Anything else from you?
No. I'm just going to shimmy myself over here.
All right. At this point, Councillor Mackian will take his turn. I have his sheet somewhere up here.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to be within 10 feet of the wizards for Aura of the Guardian.
All right.
Basically, my reaction, I can take a hit for them,
Okay.
or
Very nice.
take damage that they would take. Not a hit, just the damage. I am their shield.
I am their shield.
Also, they do get Aura of Protection, by the way.
The gambler is mitigation.
Alright. Sadly, Councillor Mackian does not seem to have anything to do on this turn, so he'll continue to direct the other mages. Stay focused! This is why these others are here! They have a job to do, so do you! They'll watch over you.
So he casts a spell for Rousing Speech.
I'm pretty sure that's an effect, but no. Alright. Because all of his spells won't really affect anything in this area, it will be his turn. And now it comes to this creature's turn. It says ghost, but the actual name is Aberrant Harrier. Alright. And the first thing you see, because it is here in this zone, all the damage that it seems to immediately reverse. unless there's any sort of reaction that you feel like you may be able to do, it is going to start reconstituting.
Is that an instant effect, or is that an overtime effect?
I wrote it down as it gets all of its HP back while standing in a fire hazard zone. But I also want it to be fair. This is my first time doing this, remember?
Yeah, that's fair. I just wanted to ask, because if the other NPCs also box them in.
That's the trouble, yeah.
We'll see. You always mitigate it later. DM fudging does exist.
Okay. Then I'll go with the way that I had written it before, that unless there's any sort of reaction that the rest of you guys can take.
Nope.
Quickly reading stuff.
Okay.
I don't have anything that can stop regeneration. I can go to sleep.
You can certainly
I actually could if it was weak enough. And you said it was on his last legs. I could have put it to sleep. Granted, would it still regenerate? No, but it'll be asleep.
Will you be able to do?
Should just sleep. Work on non-humans. I think so.
No, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, just creatures. Huh. Okay. Yeah, nothing I can do though.
Okay. Then you see that indeed, because it is still in this zone marked off by the rest of the mages, the aberrant energy from beyond the wall coalesces, recollects into its body, and it is once more whole. In addition, another batch seems to rush forward. It takes form right here. This second one doesn't do anything because it just formed. But this first one, because it is still in this fire hazard zone, will start by using a bonus action to cast a firebolt on Ludo.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Thankfully,
Hit me, I dare
Yeah.
you.
it doesn't really have any bonuses. So 17.
No.
Thought not. Alright, but that's its bonus action. For its action, it's going to use something called Arcane Siphon. And it's going to target the Magister right next to it.
Is that damage itself, or is that another effect?
That is a different effect.
Okay. Because it just says that it just says when the opponent takes damage, not an attack. It wouldn't block the. It does say it doesn't block any other effects. So if like a poison, I would take the damage, but they would take the poison.
I see.
So
No, this one would not meet this particular one. And sadly,
Okay.
this little magician here fails his save. So,
oh no.
Ludo, since you're so close, you definitely see this happening. There's some strange arcane wizardry going on where the very magic that this wizard is channeling seems to get disrupted and pulled out from his own control and into the body of this strange creature. The creature, even though it is already reformed, now seems to swell a little bit with additional power. Let's see what it gets. You don't necessarily know what this means, but I'll tell you right now, it's gained some temporary hit points.
Okay.
Yep, that is its action. Councilor Mackin will again shout, "We need to get it out of that zone, or else this will keep happening! Destroy it or drag it, I don't care how!"
Alright. This second one, do I think I'd be able to reach it from the edge? I don't have reach or anything on my weapon, but
I'd say that you can finagle yourself right about here, where you'd be able to reach it.
yeah, so
Without-
I'm not
without
going in the
crossing.
zone, but as close as I can get to the zone, and I'm gonna try and smack this thing.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm going to use my longsword.
It's like poking you with like a tip. It's just like, yeah,
18 hit
That'll work. Yep.
for 9 slashing damage.
All right. Is this longsword magical?
No.
All right. You see that the hit goes through, but somehow the sword drags a little bit. It's taken damage, but it seems to be ready for it.
Oh, and shoot. I'm supposed to have said it already, but I was going to make that a goading attack.
Oh, what's that?
So, a goading attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to goad the target into attacking you. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. Oops, I should do that. And the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than you until the end of your next
it's
turn.
compelled duel, but in a mini form.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll that extra damage.
My superiority die
Does it break if someone else attacks it, Verm?
No, doesn't say anything about that.
Okay. My compelled duel does, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but compelled duel is a lot stronger, isn't it?
For duration, as the defense on attack rolls against creatures other than you must make a wisdom save. Each toe attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds, and also compelled duel cannot break if they're in it.
Okay.
They are in the duel for a minute, and if they have to make saves to get away from you.
3.
Alright.
So a total of 12 damage.
Additional
But-
damage there. Yeah, part of it was resisted. And you said a
Yeah.
wisdom save?
Yes.
What's
And
what's
the
your DC?
save. Sorry about that. The save. Some of your maneuvers require the target to make a saving throw to resist the maneuver's effect. The saving throw DC is calculated as follows: maneuver save DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength or dexterity modifier, your choice. So that's an 8 plus 3, so 11 plus strength, which is a 5, so a 16.
Okay. Here's a funny thing. It definitely failed because it rolled a 15, but it has a -3 penalty to wisdom. So you
Nice.
definitely have its attention. It seems to angle
right.
itself toward you. No features on its weird face, but you get the sense that it's trying to stare through you.
And on a I can also use my extra attack, right? So
Sure.
I'll just do a normal attack for my extra attack.
Okay.
This is a 13 hit.
That was good. Yep, that's good.
Another 9 slashing damage. And then I'm just gonna run away from it. I'm gonna go. So I did what? 5, 10, 15, 20. So I can get to it. Well, no. I'll go this way. I'll go past. Like, this is a guard, not one of the wizards, right?
Yeah.
Beside me? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go past him.
Alright. I'm just going to try and take an attack of opportunity.
You know what's really funny? If I compel duel him, what takes priority?
Between the two of them?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe we'll roll based on who has a higher modifier.
because they have disadvantage to attack anyone but Verm. But if I compel duel, they have disadvantage to attack anyone but me.
I
So
would
it isn't
imagine
this-
it just works.
It just does advantage in general.
Yeah.
But mine
that's-
also, if you attack him, my duel can break. So it'd be like whoever compel duel, I need to hit them only.
Rob,
that would kind
please,
of
this
work.
is my first game.
No, just funny. I'm not gonna compel duel him. I'm gonna compel duel the other one.
No, I love it. Alright.
Oh, I need to get them out of this bubble. Compel
That's
duel.
why I ran away.
Yeah, compel duel forces them to come to me, basically.
It tries to reach out and grab you, but waited a little too long. You evade its attack of opportunity.
Ooh, okay.
Alright. Moving on, right back to Azu's character. You see that the one you shot definitely did a whole lot of damage, but unfortunately it just barely wasn't enough. It has returned hale and hearty, and because of whatever it did to that first Magister, seems ready for a little bit more punishment.
I'm just checking the range or something.
Yep.
Shoot.
Well, they're too close for me to be able to do that.
I'll ask this now. I'm happy to go until we complete this, but how late were you guys wanting to...
I will have work tomorrow.
So you're okay?
I can go another hour, but I don't want to go much over that. Like, if it's like 5-10 minutes over that, that's fine, but any more than that, no.
I think
That
we should-
sounds.
Well, we find if Ozzy doesn't take 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can do other than just trying to attack again and hope you get the message to hit the same one.
I mean, our message currently is get them out of the fucking arena area.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and hit the same one again to at least weaken and possibly break whatever it pulled.
Either so, breaking his 10 hit points would probably be a better option.
Yeah, so I'm
Because
good.
it can't regenerate 10 hit points if it has some.
So, did 17 hit?
17
Because
will
I
do?
did not.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 damage. And the extra attack where.
Alright.
And then I get an extra. Ah, man, not that much more.
Alright. Anything further for you?
That's all I can do right now. They're too close together. Any of my things would splash damage the mages.
Okay.
To go.
I will move on to Ludovicus.
Okay, this is gonna be weird, but we're gonna have to go with this. Okay. Moving there, dropping Shield of Faith, and casting Compelled Duel on this one.
Okay. What does it need?
He needs to beat a 14 whiz.
Definitely failed that.
Okay, so now he has the following effects. He is drawn to you, compelled to your divine demand for duration, has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet from me. If it succeeds on a saving throw, it doesn't restrict its movement. It ends if you attack any other creature. If you cast a spell that targets a hostile creature, if a creature friendly to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it, or if you end your turn more than 30 feet away from it.
Okay. So you've measured this out.
So
pretty
I'm just
well.
gonna yell saying, "That one's mine. Do not damage him," and just
Okay.
draw. And I'm gonna draw my rapier on him
Alright.
as I throw 2 more cards at him.
Go ahead and roll.
Because that's a bonus action. Yeah.
Go for it. I
So
love it.
I'm just yelling, "Do not attack that one."
Yo!
Oh, I don't think that 9 hits though.
That 9 definitely won't.
That's the crit damage. First crit damage of the roll. So like one hand he has cards, the other hand he has a rapier. This is not a paladin.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
picturing a fucking red mage, but the like floaty thing is cards.
Yes, yes. And it's a paladin. That's a paladin.
Oh, sure. You keep telling yourself that.
Wait till he comes out. I'm gonna smite him next turn.
Love it.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Counselor Makian will talk next. Still sees it there inside. Is waiting to do something, but he recognizes the sort of spell that you cast, and he knows that this other one already has its attention on Mattan. He says, "Good! Keep it up!" Still unable to do anything while they are there. Alright, so for this one, I'll just have both of them go at the same time.
Yep.
All damage that they took, since they are starting their turn here, is reversed. The first one charges forward and just bombs straight through this other fighter. I'm gonna put him here. And this fighter is gonna go ahead and take an opportunity attack. That'll do.
I should have moved slightly so I get an opportunity attack. It's fine. I just want him out of the area.
Okay. Alright, so this one rushes forward, focused entirely on Mattan, tries to make a slam attack on you. Goes for 19.
Nope.
No good?
No
Alright.
good. Armor holds true.
This one did not. So,
Again,
but no.
armor holds true, and I just wistfully dodge my enemies. The dumbest character I've ever made. I love it. So dumb.
Alright, that's all that this one will do. This other one, now compelled by this strange gambling person in front, will rush completely out. This one will try to... Nope, he does not get the arcane sight back, so he will just do a slam attack. It's a 15 hit.
Nope.
Alright.
Flourish of cards.
I love these cards. That's it for those two. Once again, these strange aberrant wisps rush forward, this time reaching further and further out. And a third one appears right at the edge of this danger zone. Because it has just appeared, it does nothing. Go ahead, Mattan. Your target has taken some damage, and now it cannot recover.
Seeing this, I'm like, so that's how that works. And then I'm gonna just keep smacking him.
Alright, that's good.
27 hit. 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And extra attack. Does a 19 hit?
19's good. Now, these things are not well armored at all.
12 slashing.
Alright.
And both of those are non-magical.
Yeah. So you still feel that even though it's going through this wispy body, it seems to drag and, like, sort of misalign a little bit. It's hard to really explain it, but you definitely sense that you're not doing as much damage as you expect. Still, it's good enough that this one is out of that marked area.
I literally posted, find a paladin, cloaked figure of a bow, gambler and no armor using a rapier and playing cards, or armored man with a longsword. Who is the paladin? People are like, what?
I'm going to just try to move around this, like, am I able to move through this other fighter here and get him?
He's considered your ally, so you'll be able to move through his space.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm going to do then. I'm going to move to this position here.
Alright. I don't have this fighter on the turn order, but it's the end of initiative, so I'll just have him roll an attack. good. No good. All right.
All right.
Okay. This other fighter swings twice, lands one hit, misses with the other. Yep. Okay. Looks like Ozzy was up.
Okay.
2 targets are out of the danger zone. A third has appeared right on the corner of it.
So I'm gonna move up here so I have line of sight through them at Perm's target, as I know this one's compelled do and the other one's in. Or actually, I need to be there.
Okay.
Which, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my 2 attacks towards Firm's target.
All right, go for it.
First one, 21. I know that hits.
Good.
8 damage. Second one is 28
Good.
damage. Plus, I need to roll a1d6. An extra 6. Not max damage, but 2 hits on that. Again, there's too many friendlies for splash damage, so I'm going to pass.
All right.
No Rain of Thorns.
No Rain of Thorns, not yet. This will be the third turn.
What I have noticed from my perspective, Mattan's sword not like getting slipped up on the weapon on the aberration.
What's your passive perception?
That's a very good question.
Is it higher than 12?
11. No, it's 11.
Oh, but no, you're a little focused on getting these things out.
Okay.
You're leaving Mattan to his own devices.
It's more of I think these guys will not take a hit, so it's more back up than throw more cards, but we'll see. What I'm gonna do is
actually real quick before that, I'm going to establish something here. Okay. Beh-ow-due-in. As you finish up your attacks, you suddenly feel this strange, almost like smoothness, almost like silk, but it runs through your mind from ear to ear, and you hear something. A strange voice. You can't place where it is. It's certainly not from any other fighting going on ahead of you. But something asks you, would you like a little help?
Okay, just because of my stuff dealing with before, would I have any inclination that this might have something to do with my friends?
Roll an intelligence check.
This is flat 10.
Amazingly.
The most average.
Yeah, amazingly, that's good enough. You're thinking back to your interaction, thinking, did something happen? Did something go wrong? But no. No, whatever this voice is, it's not the one of Willow, and certainly not any of her other companions. This is something different. Different. You can't yet tell if it's safe or even genuine, but you don't think it has anything to do with your earlier meeting with Willow's group.
I'm going to hold a very specific thing in my mind, because I normally have wisdom saving, like, proficiency basically against things entering my mind. However, I'm allowing this thing to feel my surface thoughts for a minute, whatever it is.
Okay.
And I think to my allies, specifically in the backstory we talked about, and my thought is, if you can help me here and help me with them,
I'll accept the help.
Okay. Noted and saved. Ludo, your turn.
All right, I am going to first thing stab the guy in front of me.
Stab!
Just do a poke. Does that hit?
Yep. That's good.
All right. I don't know why in my head I always think of this, but I've been playing Gunbreaker a lot recently. I like to imagine that like when I smite, it's just like a ka-chang with the Gunbreaker like explosion. So we're gonna do the normal poke. That is non-magical, but we're doing a level 2 smite. So that will be radiant damage on that.
Was the initial damage the 4 or the 5? I mean, it's going to be the same either way.
Did not mean to double do that. It wouldn't matter if you says the same. I think it was the 5.
Okay.
But what I have noticed before the smite went off, that I noticed that.
Yeah. When you made your attack, it went through okay, but somehow it almost caught a little bit when you went to pull the rapier back.
And then smite explosion.
Yep. And then the smite explosion. This one just almost, if it could take a chunk out of this body, it would. Except that it's like only barely physical to begin with.
I'm gonna pull the gambler away and dodge and roll. So up attack on me.
All right. Let me find the correct page. 15.
All right. Nope. And then I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to go this way. Actually, no, I'm going to go over here. So in between him. And then I'm going to throw a card at him. Because that's magical, and that's not alien. That's still...
Nice.
That is damage. That is max damage.
Excellent.
So...
All right.
Just like, follow me, bitch.
Oh, bitch.
One hand rapier out, like a Verm said, hand up in the air with cards, like really, like a focus.
Yeah.
Just throwing them with the offhand. That's my turn.
This one's doing pretty good.
So I'm gonna end up over here, so I'm within 10 feet of my boy,
Okay.
so I can block him if he gets attacked.
Nice. All right. Ilver, seeing that you have, Counselor Mackian. You don't know his first name yet, even though it's there. Counselor Mackian, now that you have that one taken care of, will see this third one appearing and decide that it's close enough that he's able to do something about it. So he will conjure this arcane hand in the space in front of him. And using it, he will grab onto the body of this other harrier and try to drag it out. Wow. Still succeeds. Alright. This one is dragged. Is it just 5 feet or is it something else? Okay, just drags it out 5 feet, but uses the same hand to do a crush attack with it. Alright, succeeds in doing a little bit of damage to it. Calls out to the rest of you. Yes! Very good! This is exactly what we need! I only see 3 of them. Maybe we can stop them from appearing. And then the 4th one appears.
Of course.
Yep.
He needs to shut his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yep. This one sort of rises up from the ground. But specifically in this spot, because as you notice, part of the wall that the mages have been working on begins to rise up to meet the rest of it. And this segment has been filled. This effectively changes the cone section for the danger zone. Let's see if I can fix this.
Oh, so this music is giving me this music is giving me Stellaris vibes.
Yeah.
This is like almost similar to a track in Stellaris.
Well, glad I could find a good one. All right.
Considering Stellaris will get a DLC tomorrow, that it's like, okay.
Yeah. So I can't really erase this other one without ruining the whole thing, but this particular section is no longer a danger zone. Just a smaller bit of a cone here. Alright, let's start with the one around Mattan. Still focused on you. Is going to try another... Actually, since it hasn't done this yet, it is going to do its Arcane Siphon. But remind me, Mattan, do you have any spell slots?
No. No, I do not.
This is helpful. It uses its strange ability, tries to draw into your own latent magical talent. It finds only a cantrip there, and it fails. Whatever effect it was trying to bring about, nothing happened. Let's do the one focused on Ludo. This one's still watching you. Still wants to get up in your face, so it does that. Run, 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 run. See if it recharges. Does not. Alright, then it will just stick with another slam attack. Natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Finally something against it.
I think that hits.
Okay. You take a total of 11 bludgeoning damage as its strange metaphysical fist, still covered in fire, slams into you. Thankfully, it doesn't actually burn because it's out of this danger zone. But it's a good hit nonetheless. Takes the wind out of you a little bit.
I'm just... Okay. Okay, so that would require a con check. Oh, fuck.
Oh my.
That is fine. So that means concentration is broke. Why is it still... it's being dumb.
There must be something in your character settings.
I have advantage toggle. Curie advantage also does the same thing. I don't know.
It's weird. Things are weird.
It's weird. We know.
Wait,
Anyway, concentration.
Is it on toggle?
I had it on toggle. I also had a query. It's both. Both of them are auto rolling. Both of them.
So for the toggle, it's I remember it's like at the top right of.
No, it is. At the top it says I tried query. It still did that. I tried to, advantage toggle. I clicked normal. It still does that.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's broken right now. We'll deal with it later. Anyway, so Compelled Duel is broken, but he's still there, so...
That's alright. I think by this point it's still focused on you.
The job was done,
The job was done. This third one that Counselor Macian has gripped in this arcane hand tries to break out. Is unable to. It spends its turn trapped inside Macian's firm grip. This fourth one just arrived, does nothing. Alright, end of the turn order, Mattan. Yours is right in front of you. It is looking pretty weak. It won't take much to put it down.
All right. I'm gonna take another swing. It's working.
Yeah,
23.
that'll do.
12 slashing damage.
Nice. This one's really close. You can see that
It's
it's
not
starting
dead,
to
though?
flicker. It's barely holding together. Parts of it are starting to drift and fall to ash, but not all of it. Not yet.
It's dead now.
Another swing. 24, yeah.
That's another one.
11 slashing damage.
That's enough. With that final swing, you see that its body is now no longer able to hold it together, and finally the swing goes through without any resistance, as its body, unable to constitute itself, suddenly converts immediately into magical ash and scatters onto the ground in front of you. This one is out of the picture.
And then
The fighter nearby says, "Yeah, well done."
one quick thing I should look up. Does anyone know dragonborn breath weapons? Are they action?
They're action, I'm pretty sure. I will be right back as well. I gotta go with something.
Okay. I miss you already.
Breath weapon. You can use your action. Yeah. So that's all I can do. Unless I action surge. Yeah. No, nobody's really drawn the attention of this one,
No, it
and I
disappeared.
want it. Yeah, I want it to have a target. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna walk up to the edge. I'm going to action surge.
Yeah.
I should write that in. Action surge. Not that we're gonna take a long rest, but
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
yeah. So I action surge. I'm going to smack this guy with another goading attack.
All right.
So I take my superiority die off, and then I hit him a 12.
It's still good.
All right, 8 plus 1d. Shoot, Sorry, I'm not used to fighter yet.
It's a good class. Pretty straightforward.
You hit
Very
things.
fun.
D8. 1d8. Oh, 1 extra damage.
Thankfully, you can't
Which
do
is-
half damage on a one.
Card did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wisdom save, right?
then I'm gonna. Yes. And it was
Well, with a 7, I don't think it saves.
yeah, no. 16? No. And then I'm gonna do my same thing, run back over actually to the same corner.
All right. It's gonna try another opportunity attack. 14.
Nope.
All right. Tries to reach out.
The heavy
and misses
armor
again.
paying off.
Yeah. You're catching these things by surprise. All right. Anything else for you?
I don't know what language these things speak, but if they speak any of the languages I can speak, it's gonna be Draconic. And in Draconic, I'm gonna basically just taunt them. Come on, you little sprite. Can't even hit me.
I mean, you already have its attention. It just sort of tilts its head as it starts to lumber toward you. It doesn't have ears.
Oh, crap. No, everyone else just hears like these harsh sounding syllables.
Can I use a free? Can I use a free action to respond?
To Mattan?
Oh, do you know
Yes,
Draconic?
I know
Yeah.
Draconic.
Sure, go for it.
Can I do the equivalent of womp womp?
Girl, girl.
Yes. I respond with a taunt back to my ally because that was weak.
Nice. Top of the round. Beh-ow-due-in, before you're able to do anything, there is suddenly a strange burst as though from nowhere, targeting the same thing that Councilor Mackian currently has grasped in its hand. It strikes this other aberration and sends it flying 10 feet back, and it takes... another 7 points. As a sudden burst of magical energy from nowhere, it almost looks like it came from the fighter directly in front of it. But you know that can't be right. Councilor Mackian himself is also surprised because suddenly this arcane hand he was using is empty. Like, what? What happened? How did I get there? What's going on?
Does it appear to have taken damage that I could tell?
It definitely seems to have taken some damage. You can't be sure of the source, or indeed what type of damage it took, but it is a little more damage from before.
Okay. I'm going to target it specifically. I'm going take whatever I roll here in -5 because I don't have it set up. I'm taking the last
Sharpshooter?
effect of sharpshooter.
Okay.
To minus my attack roll, but the damage to it.
Okay.
So it's a 14.
Still good.
So that is 2 plus 10, so 12. Before I do my next attack, is it still up?
It's still up. It wasn't too damaged beforehand. Right here, it's getting to its feet. It's ready to keep going. It's like, what's the status for bloodied? Halfway?
Yeah, about usually halfway is where you say blooded.
Yeah. I mean, it has no blood to shed, but it's bloodied.
Yeah. I have soul.
So
now.
So it takes that 12. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. So another -5 to hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
now it's an 8.
That's not gonna do. That one goes wild.
Okay. I'm gonna assume it just goes right between them, but it hits with a heavy thud. As you can tell, the power behind that was way increased.
Oh yeah.
Or it could tell, possibly.
It like strikes into the ground and so strong that it goes all the way through. There's just a hole where the arrow should be, but it's deep in the ground now. Okay. Anything else from you?
Not getting that arrow back.
No, it doesn't get my special hit because I normally do it on my last one.
I'm going to respond to that though.
Oh.
In Draconic, I'll go, at least I can hit it.
Ah! All right. Moving on to Ludovicus. Have the one in front of you. It is also bloodied, even though it doesn't really have blood to shed.
I'm gonna actually provoke an op attack by going around. Actually, I'm gonna provoke an op attack by going here.
All right. Is 20 to hit.
Yes.
All right, you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
I am going to. Hold on. I think I may have actually. I'm gonna maybe change my movement real quick. It doesn't change. I still get that. We'll take the off attack, but
Okay.
Actually,
Oh, finally.
Okay.
What you thinking of?
Does this 15 hit cone hit the one to my right as well?
Not the way you have it set up, but you might be able to change the origin of the cone so that it can.
Because these are two are within 15 feet, so that's why I can't. It's kind of hard.
I'll give it to you. It sounds like you'll want to do something cool.
I am doing the special ability of my deck, which is called Spray of Cards. It's a self 15-foot cone from me that costs an action. Spray a 15-foot cone of special cards. Each creature in the area must make a deck saving throw, which will be 14.
Okay. The one closest to you
On
succeeds with a natural 20.
Correct.
Further one also succeeds with another natural 20.
Okay.
That's wild.
Oh wait. Oh, they're both nat 20s.
They are, yeah.
Okay, well the DC was 15. It changed. It was 15, not 14. But they both had nat 20s. It didn't matter.
Yeah. That's wild. I didn't expect to get 2 on a save.
They still take half damage.
Okay.
Oh, there's
and
where
this is,
you could have done it. Yep.
come on.
Dang.
Yeah, but I would have to move there. Yeah. Okay. Actually, wait, that was an action. Shit, I already did my attacks. Wait, no, I didn't do my attacks.
No, you just moved.
Yeah, that was my. Yep. My bad. Yep.
Oh, my bad.
And then I'm going to bonus action get an ace, which is Cure Wounds level 2 on myself.
Okay.
Really, Gabe? But he don't.
Well, this is why I gave you all extra potions.
Yeah. I just have cure. I just had a free bonus. I can cure wounds every day, so I might as well use it.
Yeah. All right, movement action, bonus action. Anything further?
That's everything I can do.
All right. So Machian sees that his magical hand is empty. Like, that has never happened before. Oh well. Problems for later.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh yeah. I swear I've done this before. Okay. We will bring the hand closer to the one directly in front of him. Roll an attack. Definitely hits. Nice. Oh, and he brings this one down to its last legs. This is how it's done. Keep it up. We almost have them. Keep that wall going. Close it. Well, now it's time for the Harrier's turn. We'll start with the one that Mattan goaded. Since it begins in the hazard zone, it recovers and immediately rushes toward. This time it's in range of... Actually, the other one was probably in range of both the other fighters. So, we'll give it to you. Nope. Nope. They both missed their opportunity attacks. So, this one will just make a attack against Mattan with a 17
I don't think they
to
get
hit.
opportunity attacks.
They don't,
anyways,
but I don't
'cause-
have sheets for them, so I'm just working on it.
They have Sentinel.
Oh,
Sure, let's do Sentinel.
They have Sentinel?
They do now.
Don't
Yeah,
want
why
you to
not?
do it.
That's the only way they would have an opportunity to, because otherwise, like, it's when you leave their
Yeah,
range.
I know.
It's-
I just
Well, they have Sentinel now, so it's fine.
they have Sentinel
Okay.
now.
I love Sentinel.
17 to hit.
Nope.
All right. Zambi rushes forward. It doesn't get hit, but it also doesn't get 2 hits. All right, one in front of Ludo.
My new friend.
New friend. Recharges. It does not recharge, so it will just do another slam attack. 8 to hit.
Nope.
Alright. One from Counselor Mackian is not grappled, so it will. Yeah, no, it has not used its special ability yet, so it will do its Arcane Siphon. Mackian has to do a save. Definitely makes it. So, even though the Siphon has a target, Counselor Mackian seems to be ready for it. Perhaps he's seen this before. He knows exactly how to strengthen his mind to avoid its effects, and nothing happens.
I love how much it paid off so far, being a pure martial.
Yeah. Alrighty. Mattan, behind you, you hear the mages working tirelessly to get the last bit of this wall shored up. And there's one in front of you.
All right. It's been working. I'm gonna take a swing.
Oh.
13.
13 will still hit.
9 plus. Oh no! Don't
Yeah,
add
it's-
the 4.
It's counting the critical motion.
Yep.
So, 4 non-magical. Okay.
And then second attack.
Go for it.
Oh, sorry. The first one is 8. I just double clicked.
Okay. Both attacks go through. You feel that it's still dragging a little bit, but you're used to this now. You know that this can still work. Anything further from you? Any bonus actions?
No, I don't really have a bonus action. Well, I do, but not that I need to use. So,
Top of the round. Let's see what happens here.
I love how simple, like, combat is as a martial. This is great.
Yeah, it's so good.
great. That's why I like half casters or less, personally.
Alright.
You have one job, and that's smack the thing in front of you.
I know, yeah. On my Wednesday game, I went fighter specifically for that.
Fighter is
Wow.
very much head off, head empty, only gun, only weapon.
If you want a good mix of both, though, Punk is pretty good.
Bonk.
So, top of the round, does my friend Beyond the Veil do anything?
Still working on that.
Gotcha.
Let me
No
roll some
problem.
things here. Figure out what I gave this guy. Alrighty. Top of the round. Beh-ow-due-in, you definitely see this first because you're keeping an eye on everything. There is another surge from beyond this wall being built, this aberrant power coming forward, but there's so much more of it this time. Here at the start, right at the edge of where the mages are working, is this strange, hulking beast. It's not close enough to do anything just yet, but it's there. It is ready to do something Well, whatever it likes to do. Funnily, it got the same initiative as Ludo, but I imagine Ludo has dexterity to spare.
I do have plenty of dex to spare.
Yeah, so you've definitely got higher initiative with those. No, wrong button. Thank you. Alright. As this one comes through, you also see, also from beyond the range of where this thing is, a strange mass of dark power. Somewhere right about here. And just as you're able to register it, a strange tendril of dark energy whips from it and wraps around this fleshy leg of this new strange creature, holding it in place. A message comes to you. I've got this one. Could you clean up? This will be the last turn of the night.
Yeah.
Beh-ow-due-in.
I go ahead. I'm going to still use my funny longbow.
Funny
-5.
longbow!
I'm going to try and hit the one in front of our counselor here first.
Alright. This one is just barely hanging on.
I don't even know if funny longbows needs to matter.
14.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
14 damage. 14. So,
14 non-magical damage, right?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. That's okay. It literally had 2 hit points left. So,
Nice.
the arrow goes through. This one seems to drag the body upward a little bit, and then it just bursts into ash from the inside to its outside, and it seems to follow the trajectory of the arrow. There's just this splatter of magical ash that already begins to dissolve into the air. This one is off the table.
Alright, I'm going to shoot the one in front of the dragonborn with the same funny arrow.
Alright.
Nope.
Ah.
In fact,
One.
that's a 6.
Oh, 6. Yeah, still no.
Yeah.
This one goes just a little bit wide. You manage to thread the needle between the aberration and your companion and the mage behind him, and it dings off of the wall that he's working on.
I sigh before moving a little bit closer.
I try to catch the eye of Beh-ow-due-in.
What? You can't see it. Beh-ow-due-in. Beh-ow-due-in.
Alright.
The eye, and you look at it, and it's just a blank mask.
It's kind of just like giving them like the look. You want to talk shit?
Talk shit, get hit.
Talk shit,
I like
get
how
hit.
you. Meanwhile, in the corner, in the dueling zone.
Yeah. Anything further from me, Azu?
Nope.
Alright. Duelist, do your dueling. This one is definitely weak. It'll take a little bit more, but not much more.
I'm gonna look to my left. Do I see this creature like being stuck on something?
Oh yeah. Definitely see through these last bit of the wall being put up. There's this weird, it barely even has a face, but there's definitely a mouth there. And it is not exactly towering. It's not higher than the wall, but it's higher than what they're currently working on. But you also see it struggle against something. It seems that something has caught its leg and is trying to break free.
But I did not hear what was said, correct?
You didn't. Only Azu's character did.
Okay. If that's the case, then I will have the mindset of finish off what we have here, and then let the others deal with it. Rapier poke.
Rapier poked.
Piercy pierce.
Okay. Good.
Level two smite.
Level 2 smite. Loaded in.
Oh, come on.
That's all right. That's enough.
Oh,
The
so
smite
he's
go-
dead?
The smite goes through, and just like the others, this one seems to burst into magical ash. This time helped by the power of your smite jettisoning it in all directions. This one is.
I need more
awesome.
pepper.
I need more pepper.
Perfect.
Nice.
And then I'm going to swing on this one.
All right. Natty 1. That one will not
Hit
work.
this. Damn you.
Is that with the card or is that the?
No, that's a sword. That's a rapier.
Okay. Darn.
You can't. Hey, I didn't miss. Just dodged.
Dodge.
All right, that is my turn.
All right. This strange creature, caught between the wall and whatever power is holding its leg, tries to make a check in order to get out. And with a 3, will not
I like how-
succeed.
I can hear you rolling on the DM screen, but I can't. But it makes you check to the right when there's no new rolls.
That's
Just
right.
the
That
right-
happens to me too.
And I look to the. I can hear the ding of you rolling, and I'm just like, oh, that's Maury.
Yep. Alright, since this one is not able to actually break out, it will instead do. It sort of shudders in place, its body actually rippling where it is, and from this gape where it seems to be a mouth, it must be a mouth because there's sound coming from it. And it is a terrible, terrible sound. Get rid of you real quick. Alright. This will affect a few NPCs and it will also affect you, Mattan. I need you. Go back up. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh.
Don't fail.
Natural
I
20,
didn't
that'll be
fail.
fine. Alright.
Don't fail. That's 20. All right.
I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna roll for the rest, but I'll say that some fail, some succeed. One of them behind you, it definitely failed their roll, and Tell is terrified of this strange sound, and especially of the creature that made it. Thank goodness that it's trapped right now, but he is eager to be done with this and get away as quickly as possible. But because the creature can't move, that is all it does. You have successfully saved against the frightened effect, and if this creature does it again, you are immune for the next 24 hours. Alright.
Darn.
Darn! Did you want to be frightened?
No, I thought I had something for it, but it doesn't. It doesn't do that.
How far can this thing move? Good. Cool. Councilman Macian will send his arcane hand toward the last area. Actually through the danger zone itself, which means the hand has to take some damage. Okay, yep. Alright, it is not enough to bring the hand down. So, Macian's hand make another slam attack against this aberration and just barely makes it. Nice. This arcane hand comes over, slams into this creature, and does a good deal of damage to it. It is already bloodied from that. meantime, Kemp's and Afghan will move a little bit closer so you can get a good line on things. As is. Now that there is only one of these things left, and it is still focused on Mattan, it will just try to attack you. With a 21 to hit.
That actually does hit.
Nice. This one slams into you, and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh, they only have one attack. You want me to keep going?
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Holding on.
Hold on.
What am I holding for?
I'm trying to think. I have 2 reactions I can do here.
I hope they're pretty.
I'd like to imagine this is just like hits me in the chest. I kind of like take like a step back, go, huh, and then look back at it.
I am going.
It's like
I'm gonna
it's
hold.
scratched by Meg
I'm gonna
Griffin's fingernail.
hold in case. I need you in case the guy breaks free. I'm gonna do Aura of the Guardian. I think damage instead, Burm.
Okay.
Cool.
I am your shield. You are.
I am your shield now.
I mean, it did less than 10% of my HP damage.
but I
so-
have lay on hands. You don't.
Okay.
I can heal myself
I can give
away.
myself temporary hit points too.
Yeah, but I can heal myself away from you. That's the thing. Is I can just do that.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
Also, I'd like to use it. It's funny.
Fair enough.
I wanted to use it at least once today. So I kept being around everyone that was gonna get hit. I'm like, let me take damage.
Well, that concludes its turn. Mattan, you are up. Creature in front of you still has some strength to go, but is bloodied. Past its halfway point.
I don't think it's gonna live when it's my turn.
I don't think it's going to.
I'll grab the popcorn
Alright.
already.
I'm gonna kind of, do like a party little chuckle. And then I'm going to wind up and use my breath weapon. So this is a DC saving throw equals 8 plus my Constitution plus my proficiency bonus, which
Isn't
isn't high.
that a conal?
Yes, because and it's cold damage.
Why are you attacking half the party?
You
I'm
can
not.
angle it.
15-foot cone. I hit nobody except it. I'm assuming, unless you're gonna count that tiny, tiny little corner on the guy next to me.
I think that wizard will feel a chill up her back, but nah.
All right. There we go. That's what I'm doing. So it's 8 plus con plus proficiency. So 8 plus 1 plus 3. So 12.
12. And what sort of
Yeah.
save can they make? Dexterity? I think it's
Does it
dexterity,
not say?
right?
It's based off of what class, what color you are. I think.
So
I'm good.
you guys see grayscales. That's all you see, and they look like
What dragon color is it exactly? Silver. Silver will be a 15-foot con save.
Con save.
Oh yeah, Constitution modifier. So I would assume it would be con.
Oh, that determines your DC,
Yeah,
not necessarily
Yeah, I know,
what they're
but-
rolling.
I would assume it is.
Green, silver, and white are the con saves. Everything else is dex.
Okay.
I'm looking at the page right now.
DC 11, you said?
12.
Well, with a natural 1, it's definitely not saving anything.
Yes.
Also, yeah, no, that con save is just race based, so even dex, the dex ones use con for their save there.
Cool.
Because dragonborns get con, and I don't get con, but you want con on them.
I didn't actually write it out, but yeah, there. It's
enough.
15 damage.
15
Cold damage. And that would be, I assume, magical, right?
Definitely magical. I didn't actually write
Nice.
down that it's weak to cold, but it's definitely weak to cold. So, with this magical breath weapon coming out of you, You have to close your eyes a little bit as the magical energy is expended from you. Launch it out. You've aimed carefully. You know this is gonna hit. And when it's over and you open your eyes, there's just a few flakes of ash dancing before your eyes. This one.
Nice.
Alright. Well, that was your action. Do you have any bonus action or movement you want to spend?
As a bonus action,
Your breath weapon was
just
a bonus
because I
action?
can.
Oh, I see.
What?
I misunderstood.
Yeah, as my bonus action, just because I can, and because Robin basically did this to me.
It's your fault, Robin.
Yes, this is your fault. I'm going to use Rally. On your turn, you can use a bonus action and expend one superiority die to bolster resolve one of your companions. When you do so, choose a friendly creature you can see or that can see or hear you. That creature gains temporary hit points equal to your superiority die roll plus your charisma modifier. So,
It's just we're having a health war.
slash roll
Wait,
1d.
get behind me. No, get behind me.
Yes, this is exactly what's happening. 1d8
Mr. President!
Plus-
Mr. President!
1.
It's even funny because I also have the interception fighting style.
You get 7 temporary hit points, Rob.
Oh boy!
Nice.
I'll just take another hit for you. Okay, I'll be fine.
I've got. Okay, I need you to take a hit. That's what has to happen now.
No, because if you take a hit, I can just take the damage.
Yeah, but if you take a hit, I can impose disadvantage.
Oh my god, are you ending your turn?
Yes, that's it.
Wait, but if I take the damage, does it still pose the disadvantage?
Oh,
No,
for God's
because
sakes.
you have to take the hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh god. It's late. I worked an extra long shift today. Let's
More
finish
is
this
done,
up.
more shit. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Your
So-
turn.
That does effectively
Go on,
end this combat. Even though we have this last guy here, it is taken care of. So let me describe what happens while I pause the music. So the rest of these strange aberrant harriers are blown into ash. You no longer have to worry about them. The danger zone is getting smaller and smaller as these mages work on the wall. Stones are being piled up, even though this weird golem is right at the edge, fighting so hard to break free. And there's one point that it manages to do just that. The strange tendril that was holding it snaps, and it begins to charge forward. But as it does, one of the mages here is shoved aside, and there is a burst of darkness that covers this immediate area. I'm just gonna assume it's... Oh, yeah. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay.
Everything is dark. Good night, guys.
Oh,
Sleep
God.
time.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do.
Suddenly magical night.
Suddenly,
Oh.
magical night! This character's powerful, not that powerful. Whatever, I'll fix it later.
Yeah.
The point is that there is a sudden burst of obscuring darkness in this area where the wall is. One of the mages seems to be shoved aside. You can't really tell by which. But as this golem starts to charge forward, there is another blast of dark energy, strikes it right in the face, and overpowers it, sends it hurtling back 10, 20, 30 feet back into this area beyond the scythe wall. You can't see it, but, you know, let me at least reveal that bit so you can see that it is there.
Oh, there he is. There's
There he
little
is.
friend.
Hello! I am friend-shaped!
He doesn't look very friend-shaped.
Mm-hmm. It lands on side, tries to right itself. But already the rest of the mages are putting their stones together. As the rest of the scythe wall, built and enchanted and empowered, closes, hopefully forever. A few seconds pass by and you hear another slam against the wall as the golem tries to break through, but to no avail. The magic of the Cerubian mages has proven effective time and time again. This was simply the last step in this long-standing project. Thankfully, you don't get to see what this last creature was capable of. You don't know. Perhaps you would have been able to handle it. You won't know. Now I get to fix my mistake. Move the map, please. Alright. That should be good enough, I think.
Good enough.
Good
Awesome.
enough. Let me...
I like there's no random pile of mages. They're all just from like different things.
I am a mage. Hello. I am a mage
Hello,
too.
mage.
Yeah, it worked. Alrighty. I'll wrap this up.
Can I grab some ash from the dead bodies?
You can grab some ash.
Woo.
Yeah! You have a little bit of inert magical ash.
I'm gonna see what to do with this.
I thought of a very bad joke they could have made.
Yeah. Beh-ow-due-in, you once again hear this voice in your head.
Mhm.
I'm sure you would have proven just as capable as you already have been. But consider this a free favor of mine. I hope to see you around. Meanwhile, the mage that was thrown aside, you're like, Did anyone see what happened? I lost my footing, but I swear I was squatting down just as Master told me to. Counselor Mackin says, no one cares about your squatting. Everyone form up! There's no longer a danger zone. Walk as you please.
I lean against the
Slavic
tree.
mage.
I'm leaning against the tree.
Sorry, Ozzy, what's up?
I said, was that a Slavic mage?
It should could be.
I like how you laughed. I appreciate the pity laugh.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What do you mean that Rotom can't learn Shadow Claw?
I love the karma in that game. Azu's character makes fun of me and then just miss.
Yep.
I don't know. Out of character, I seem to have a dark lady sugar mama helping me. I don't know. Who really won here?
Ooh.
I won, actually.
I won! It's the DM
I
against the
gotta-
players, don't you know?
I gotta kill 2 of them. I hit every single attack.
Yeah!
I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, but I smited 2 things.
That's
I-
true.
I now have an Eevee. Let's go.
Hold on,
Let's
Robin.
go!
We need to
Alright.
figure something out.
Are you mathing how much damage we did?
No,
Oh,
no.
boy.
No.
I was gonna say he walks over and hands you dice.
Pulls out cards.
Thank you, Maury.
Thank you, Maury.
Yeah, I'm gonna one or two last things to wrap up. Counselor Mackin turns to his group, pleased that there were no casualties. This actually turned out to be a whole lot better than he expected, especially considering the weird creatures that keep on popping up. But he keeps this to himself as he turns to the 3 of you. I am quite impressed. It's been a while since I've seen that sort of skill. In fact, I don't think I've seen it since we all had to escape Darius. What are your names again?
Waits for the others to answer.
I was waiting for Verm. I knew I was going to be last. I was waiting for Verm to start off.
Yeah.
I'm Mattan. Mattan Pon.
Mattan Pon.
Ludo He's been while idle. He's been cutting a deck of cards in his hand. He does like I'm doing it in real life as well.
Yeah.
He moves with the one hand, bows with his right hand. Ludovicus Reviers.
Ludovicus Reviers. And you? Turning to
Beh-ow-due-in.
Beh-ow-due-in.
Yeah, beh-ow-due-in.
Beh-ow-due-in. Talented individuals. Well, I am greatly pleased by the talent and skill that you have shown here. This could have gone a whole lot worse. I don't know which one of you handled that big golem, but I'm glad that you did. Now then, there is a small matter of your payment. If the three of you would please follow me. Leads you back down to his little tent area here. And around to the other side.
Don't go inside me.
Don't go inside me. He points to these two crates. These two are sanctioned reward on behalf of the core council, together with a personal thank you from me. Both are yours to collect and split as you see fit. I still have a responsibility to the rest of my security team to see them safely back to Cerubia. So unless you have further questions, you are welcome to claim these contents. I will lash up my horse and be on my way.
Do you need an additional escort back to Cerubia?
I certainly appreciate the offer, but I am no stranger to danger myself. I'll be able to look after us.
Understandable, sir.
I won't say no to the company, but certainly not in any security form.
Well, if I pass by, I'm going to stop by the town. If I see you, I'll walk back with you, or ride back with you.
Very nice.
Because he would be heading back to Cerubia, or in the outskirts, probably.
Okay.
Unless something else happens.
Who knows? I haven't planned that far.
You understand.
Yeah.
You plan for the day of and nothing else.
You have an overarching story, but when it comes to, like, the plan...
The plan also goes out the window within 30 minutes. That's what I've learned.
That happens so often with you guys. This is refreshing.
It's nice to be the player, huh?
Oh my gosh, you don't know. I never get to play. I never get to do anything fun, like, in the sense of...
You get a
like,
raid, shut up.
You know what I mean. I never get to do that.
Alright, let's open these crates and Warrior Room can go to bed.
Alrighty.
I'll take the left one just to look while you guys take the right.
I was just going to overlook both of them if Verm was to open the right one.
Okay.
You'll stand on me.
Don't move the same square I'm moving to.
So what's
Well,
in the
know what
left
I'm
one?
moving to. Go on.
Oh, that's too low. You guys gotta get more than that. That's also too low. Come on. Thank you. That's more like it. Alright. Inside the first crate, you pop it open and you see a few bags of coins. You're definitely welcome to go through and count it, but you collect a total of 580 gold.
Money! It's the first money I've seen in my life.
It's money! Isn't it great?
580. Does that split evenly into...
No. 193.3 repeating.
Well then, each of you can take a bite out of one.
I challenge you all to a game of cards for the last one.
Alright, no. See, we'll just convert the last one into pieces of 8.
Oh, god damn it.
Fancy yourself a gambler, do you?
Yep.
How
Well,
about a game of dice? And I'll hand Ludo a die.
How about cards?
I don't trust cards.
Why not? I don't trust dice. Cards need skill.
Dice is chance.
It's funny because your picture literally has a die.
Shut up! Shut up! Anyway,
Dice
let's
are
go.
chance.
What's in
Sure,
the other
Chan.
chest first?
And I'm handing the dice. Are you gonna take it?
I mean, is it just a one die?
Yep.
By the
It's
way, I
a
totally
single
forgot to do
D6.
this earlier.
I mean, he probably won't take it right now. Like he'll be like, maybe later, maybe later. Let's see what rest is in here.
Maybe. But also in the first chest is a small note. Nothing special, nothing magical. You read it over and you see that it is a pass to an audience with the rest of the members of the core council. No deadline, no set date. Just any time you want to come in and request an audience, this pass will let you in.
All three of us. I think two of us are like, oh.
Nice. You can play
And
before
there's
the
only-
king of the land.
Mm.
I mean, there's only that one sheet of paper, but of course it applies to all three of you.
Applies to all three or anyone who holds the paper?
The wielder of this document and any companions currently in their employ are hereby granted leave to access the core council chambers during ordinary business hours and speak to the council in order to air any ideas, grievances, concerns, blah 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 blah.
I get the picture. Okay.
Yeah. And the other one I actually kind of have to figure out.
Do I notice Boudin take interest in that note?
Oh, do what?
I'm not even trying anymore.
Beh-ow-due-in. Beh-ow-due-in.
Sounds like you're
Either
saying
of
better,
those.
it sounds like you're saying better win, but very, very exaggerated.
Anyways,
Am I wrong?
I do take a lot of interest in the paper.
Yeah.
Ludo also like can like either like sees it or skims it and also like shows a deal of interest with it.
Okay. And the
And
other
sorry,
one.
it's you said it. Who was it? Like it's the council, right? That it.
Yes. Like normally the core council is, of course, they're the governing body. They're busy. They have a lot to talk about. So they would only have a few moments to speak with the public at large. Sidian, in particular, tries to make an effort because that's just sort of the man he is. But otherwise, it's kind of difficult to get in and talk to them. The three of you have earned the chance to speak with them directly in case anything comes up.
Hold on a second. I have a question.
Yes.
I am going to send you a message.
Oh well.
Alright. In the meantime, the second chest, I'm literally just rolling on a loot table here, contains a small collection of gemstones.
Oh god, not again.
Oh god, not again. 420 diamonds! No.
Play Mazu.
Nah, no thank you. Let's call it... Here we go. Let's call it 2 garnets. These ones are worth 100 gold apiece. Selection of 3 onyx stones, that being 50 gold apiece. And a pair of gloves. Hard to tell exactly what sort, but this coming from the core council, you can guess that these ones are enchanted somehow.
Okay, my brain just did not comprehend all of that. There was gloves that are enchanted.
Garnets and onyxes, that's it.
Yeah,
Garnets and onyx.
there's a few gemstones, largely meant for spell components, even though I don't have the list in front of me. But the idea was to repay any components that you guys had to use. But since you didn't use them, it's just extra money for you. But there is also a pair of magical gloves that you
Counselor, Do you know what these gloves are?
Those ones, sadly, I do not. They were given to me by one of the other counselors as their contribution to this effort. I'm sure there are many people in Cerubia who would be able to identify that for you.
Give a nod.
So, Maury, I sent that message to you
Yeah.
on Discord.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I may need some time to work it in, but I think this will do fine.
Well,
I'll just
I
ask.
do want.
Since you have these gloves, do you try to put them on?
I would wait for everyone, and then I would try. Luda would try.
I'm going to. I would suggest we have these identified and then discuss how we would split these rewards. I don't think we have the knowledge necessary to fairly divide them as it stands.
Oh, that's
As it
just your
stands,
business.
As it stands, that is true. But what are our future plans here? I'm not expecting everyone to go back to Cerubia, are we?
Well,
As I slowly glare at Azu. I'm not expecting him to go back to Cerubia.
Nod. I'm coming.
they want their rewards, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a business proposition to discuss with you.
It was you.
You.
Oh.
And I would have been looking at you when I said that. It would have been obviously implied.
You want to go on now, or you want to go on and walk as we talk? Talk as we walk. You know what I meant.
Is this cart still that? Like, is that a cart there?
No, by this point, Council Macian would have hooked up his horse to it and is starting to load up stuff from his tent back into it. The arcane hand doing all of the heavy lifting for him.
My kind of guy.
Yeah.
Hold
Well,
on a
if we have-
second.
If we have
Give
no
me a moment.
if we have no business back in the town, we might as well head back to Cerubia. Be safer as a larger group.
Just give me a moment. I'm gonna walk over here, and I'm gonna ask if any of these mages would be able to cast an identify spell.
Yes! Well done!
I thought they already left.
They're,
My brain had them already gone.
they're milling about, congratulating each other, shaking each other's hands on a very, very long project. Finally well done. But yeah, two of them step forward and be like, I can do it. Yes, I can do it too. Would you like us to roll dice for it? I'd rather play cards for it.
How do they overhear us?
I just need one of you. I need the spell cast. That's all.
Rock, papers, scissors, shoot. Dang it. Haha.
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
Helldivers 2.
Yeah. All right. So, I'll just speed through it. They cast the Identify spell, and they tell you that they are known as Gloves of Thievery. They invite you to put it on, and we'll say that you do just for flavor's sake. And as you put it on, you notice that it turns completely invisible. You can still feel that you're wearing it, but you can't see that it's there. And these ones, Gloves of Thievery, will give you a +5 bonus to dexterity checks, and +5 bonus to dexterity checks made for sleight of hand and made to pick locks.
I was gonna say, dexterity checks in general. Oh boy, 11 stealth. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
sorry.
turn and look at both of them, like, okay, which one of you wants it more?
What's what? They can't see it.
Hey, you're over there.
No,
Did you come back?
did
Oh,
you
no,
take,
no, yeah,
did
I
you
would've
take
come
off
back.
the gloves?
I had to come back for them to identify the gloves. The gloves were left here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And-
I see. Okay, yes. So you all saw this happen.
Okay, that makes sense.
+5 bonus to
I'm-
sleight of hand and lockpicking.
It's not my line of work. I don't like thievery
I
Sometimes-
turn and look at
unless it's absolutely necessary.
I just turn and look at Boudin.
You'd be surprised to know that's not normally my thing either.
Huh.
I'll take it then, but granted,
I mean, you have plans to
thieving
head
isn't
back.
always.
Yeah, you have plans to head back to Cerubia
No,
anyway.
Maury. My thought process is sleight of hand. Thieving is the only thing you use sleight of hand for.
Not all the time.
You can use it for gambling.
Cards. Cards.
Dice.
That,
Die.
I think you want that a lot now.
That's why he's thinking, because he's like, I can win more bets with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the thing is Ludo is honest with his winnings unless he's absolutely needed to do so. Like he will not like cheat a game unless needed. AKA he's running out of money.
Well, we'll have to fix that, won't we?
So how do we want to split up the rest? Do we want to just take in a walk and split up as we walk? We have plenty of time. Cerubia is still a couple hours away.
Dude, sure. Let's start walking. I'll pick up one of the crates. I'm pretty strong. I'll
tried
pick up
to.
the heavy one.
I tried to. Me and my 8 strength.
You collect one of the crates.
Again, 8 strength paladin is not a sentence you would hear in this game. It is a cursed system, and I love it.
I love it.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. More, if I ever told you that Dex Paladin exists, would you believe me until today?
Goodness. With all the different modules I've seen, yeah. Whether or not it's effective, now that's another conversation.
But am I being effective?
So far, yeah.
And you better.
Alright, well, that's all I got for tonight.
All right.
I'm stoked that we were able to get through that whole battle.
Yeah. Robin, just so you know what Mattan's gonna go for, it's basically he's gonna basically try and convince you to give up all your share of the gold for the gloves. try and get beh-ow-due-in to give up I'm their share of the gold for the note.
For the notes for everyone. We can all do it together.
Well, we could, but see, I don't think I really need it, honestly.
I have I do. I have something that needs to be stated.
And by the time we got back, because I'm assuming we're taking like this hour-long walk, I would have kind of pulled you aside and like walked further away from Boudin, basically, and proposed the business offer. Basically, I'm trying to create a like mostly like a defensive army for the nation, and it's going to be housed in the new city when it gets built. And I would want you to be kind of like one of the captains, the leaders.
The last time that Ludo was a captain of a guard, things did not go well. No, the actual where he was actually from, he was the captain of guard, and the city that he was the captain of guard of burned to the ground.
And yeah, I guess who did was part of that. Isn't that the one, or is that a different city?
I think it's the same one.
Which city are we talking about?
The one where my character would have met?
No, the original RP world that I made Ludo in.
Oh, okay.
So this is
Okay.
So that's why it's also a slight reference to that when things happen. But like every single scenario that my original Ludo was in, things did not go well for him.
You're more of an advisory position, I'll make that clear.
Wow.
I don't trust a gambler to actually lead, like...
Says the gambler.
Hey, I do it as a hobby, you do it as, like, a lifestyle.
I do it because I stopped drunken brawls and I need something to do.